C'est le slang de Montréal, c'est comme ça qu'on parle. Ça varie en chaque secteur, c'est comme ça qu'on jase.
Vous savez, les bijoux, ça fait partie du starter pack d'être un rappeur. Bracelets, chaînes, pendentifs, des grills, une bague de fiançailles, peu importe le morceau que vous voulez, ils peuvent tout faire sur mesure. Chez le top bijoutier en ville, bijouterie Jamil. Allez les checker, ils ont 2 localisations. Dans le cœur du plateau et un à Rosemont. Pour le meilleur prix en ville, dites le code promo Rapolitik. N'oubliez pas de suivre leur page Instagram @JamilJewelry.
Et maintenant, vous pouvez magasiner en toute confiance sur bijamil.com. Votre rêve au bout des doigts.
Yeah, what up, une émission de Rapolitik. Je suis Monsieur de Montréal.
It's your boy KK.
Vous connaissez les times, high times. Quoi les times? High time for good times. Checkez high time. Donc, guys, on a PickWin, man. Très important d'aller sur PickWin. Pour les nouveaux abonnés, allez sur PickWin. Inscrivez-vous dans Referral. Il y a Referral. Vous mettez Rapolitik comme référence, Referral. Vous allez avoir 25 jeux gratuits, 25 free spins. Donc, 25 fois. Fait que vous pouvez gagner. L'argent que vous gagnez est à vous gratuitement. Juste pour les nouveaux abonnés seulement. S'il y a un problème, il y a un chat. Tu cliques sur le petit rond pour le chat room. Ils vont vous répondre tout de suite. Bon service à la clientèle. 25 free spins avec le code Rapolitik.
Yup.
Donc, guys, on a un gros guest, man. En vrai, cette année, on rend hommage aux pionniers et du rap anglophone, man.
Ouais, c'est ça
c'est comme la direction jusqu'à présent. L'année vient comme ça fait pas longtemps que l'année a commencé, mais quand même, on doit redonner les fleurs aux OGs, les vétérans anglophones qui ont vraiment hold it down pour Montréal en anglais, côté anglais. On a un gars qui s'est vraiment démarqué avec sa voix grave. Il a vraiment une voix unique. Dès qu'on l'entend, on sait que c'est lui. On va faire du bruit pour Akshun!
Next some door.
In the building.
Peace. I appreciate y'all having me, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rapolitik, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to congratulate y'all behind the scenes, but also in front, you know what I'm saying, in front of the audience. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing a big salute to y'all, man.
Merci beaucoup, bro. Merci, j'apprécie vraiment. On vous a amené dans un coin qui s'appelle justement Park X, le début de l'Ouest, quand vous prenez la 40 Ouest, mais de Montréal-Est, mais c'est la première municipalité que vous rappez dans l'Ouest, c'est Park X, justement, sur la 40. Et puis lui, c'est un originaire de là, mais on va rentrer dans sa biographie, justement. Parce que je sais que tu rappes Park X, mais est-ce que tu es né là?
No, bro. You know what I'm saying? I travel, you know what I'm saying, all city. I was actually born in Mile End. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But we traveled almost every year. You know what I'm saying? I lived in Point St. Charles. I lived in St. Michel for a good while. I went to high school in St. Michel, elementary school in St. Michel.
Okay,
you know
quand même. Okay.
So, you know, after that, you know what I'm saying, around my 15, 16 years old, that's when I took it to Park X, King, you know what I'm saying? Left the mama's crib and shit, took it to Park X and just...
you were solo. Okay, that's you on your own.
On my own, indeed, yup.
Mais t'es de quelle origine?
Cap-Verdien, you know what I'm saying?
Cap-Vert.
T'es Cap-Verdien, toi?
Right in the Zach, right in the
ouais.
Zach.
Des deux parents?
Well, you could say that because my mom's is like Cape Verdean, but also Angola.
Okay, oui.
She's like,
Là, tu parles portugais, toi?
Yeah, I could speak a little bit.
Falo português.
Eu falo pouco.
Okay.
A little bit, you know what I'm saying?
It's a little bit, man.
On dit, tudo bem?
Tudo bem, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Surface shit, guys. You know, surface shit.
Ok, t'es Cap-Verdien, toi. J'avais aucune idée. Moi, je croyais qu'il était métis.
Moi, je pensais qu'il était soit Trini ou...
I mean, Cape Verdean is basically that's what it is. You know, you got everything on that island from pitch black to fucking white. You got everything there, so...
T'as déjà été?
Nah, never been there.
Même pas. Yo, les voyages là-bas,
sooner than later, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to go check it out.
Yes, sir. Et Angola.
Angola, yes, sir.
Ton père?
No, my pops is actually Portuguese, but he's half original. He's métis, comme tu peux dire.
Yeah.
So,
half original,
yeah. That's our language, you know. Shout out to the 5%.
We're gonna talk about that. Don't worry, I got you.
Amber Rose n'est pas Cap-Vert?
That's right in exact. Left eye.
Oh, left eye too?
Yeah.
Ok,
Il y en a comme, ouais, dans
Benzino, Coil Ray.
Ah ouais, ben
ok.
Gino, il est Cap-Verdien.
C'est ça qu'il colorait.
Ok.
Yup.
Shout out, Cap-Verdien, man.
Shout
Puis Angola
out,
aussi,
man.
c'est portugais, right?
Ouais, c'est Angola.
Yeah,
ouais.
actual
Les deux
fact.
pays,
Colonized,
ouais,
colonized
ils ont
by
été
Portugal.
colonisés par les
Yeah.
Portugais.
Yup.
Fait que Mozambique,
Mozambique,
Mozambique.
Sao Tomé.
Yeah, Guinée-Bissau.
à Guinée-Bissau aussi, ouais. C'est quand
Yeah.
même intéressant, hein, de voir qu'il y a des pays africains portugais.
Portugais.
Actual facts.
Yeah.
The Creole is different over there. Cape Verde, they got a different Creole. you know what I mean?
Yeah. OK, fait que, mais toi, t'es né ici, t'as grandi ici, t'as
Yes,
fait
sir.
Louis Joe, puis
Louis
t'es allé à
Joe.
l'école en français.
Oui, monsieur.
Tu
Oui,
parles
monsieur.
anglais comme ça.
C'est
parce qu'à
plus fluide.
À la maison, tu parlais anglais.
Right, exact.
C'est ça, OK. Quand tu as grandi en anglais, comme à la maison avec ta mère, tu parlais anglais.
Yes, sir.
C'est pour ça,
Yes,
OK.
sir. My brothers and sisters speak all English. You know what I'm saying? My whole family speak English, so that's how we grew up.
Mais les Cap-Verdiens, c'est des anglophones? Je sais même pas si c'est...
There's a lot. There's a big community in Long Island. Big community in Boston. Big Cape Verdean community in Boston. So, but there's also a big Cape Verdean community in Paris as well.
Yeah, Paris, yeah.
You know, when I was out there in Paris, I seen a lot of Cape Verdeans.
Straight
as well.
up, OK.
Les soirées zouk.
Yup. Yup.
T'écoutes du zouk?
Nah, son.
Il faut trop danser, là.
I'm a city nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But you know how to dance? Like, yo, arrête là. Il y a
C'est
un party zouk, il y a
familial.
une dernière femme qui veut danser avec toi, là.
I'm a G, man.
Ouais. T'es comme, I don't do the
Fuck that
dancing.
shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh, je suis
I'm
fucking
gonna play the wall.
I never had to do none of that shit to bag anything.
Straight
Va
up.
danser, viens me voir. We're gonna take a
You
drink.
could dance, yeah, shit like that. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? C'est fort, ça.
up, ok.
I don't dance, I'm a G. C'est fort, ça.
You know.
Straight up, OK.
Well,
Fait que
I
là-
just want to clarify. You know, I don't want to glorify no gangster shit. I'm not a G in that sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to glorify none of that shit for
Yeah.
the babies, for the children, for the people looking. You know what I'm saying? Watching. I don't want to glorify no gangster shit. I just want to say, you know, when I say G, I say, you know, G-O-D or, you know, keeping it G or whatever. But,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, man, that's what I mean.
Parce que là, t'as mûri. On va le dire.
Yes,
T'as
sir.
mûri aujourd'hui.
C'était
T'es
pas-
devenu plus mature.
C'était pas
Parce
même
que
Akshun Man il y a
on
comme
a
15
connu
ans.
le back then. On va rentrer dans-
Yeah, man,
avant
yeah.
d'aller dans le nouveau,
Dans le nouveau sage.
Mais il dit qu'il a changé son nom aussi.
Right. Black Messiah. You know what I'm saying? I go
Oh,
by Black
arrête.
Messiah now. Yes, sir.
Yeah! Je sais que ça a été trigger. Cyrano Chrétien qui est en lui. On avait Black Messiah.
Yeah, Black Messiah.
Non, j'ai pas de problème avec ça. Mais OK. Là, OK, t'as fini ton secondaire à Louis Joe? ou-
Nah, I ended up doing juvenile time. Oh shit, you know, Cartier, CDP, shit like that. On Saint-Antoine, I forgot that name, the other one.
T'as dit quartier CDP?
Cartier, Cité des Prairies, yup, CDP.
Okay.
Yeah, Cartier, Cité des Prairies, and Mont Saint-Antoine, yeah.
Ah ouais.
Yeah.
OK, depuis jeune, t'avais fait du juvenile.
Yeah, from, you know, 16 to 18 about, yup.
OK. Fait que t'avais jamais fini ton secondaire après ça. Là, t'as choisi un peu la rue, on va dire. Et puis, d'où est venu le nom Action?
You know, before that, I used to go by Cosmic. You know what I'm saying? Cosmic MC. But then when I was in I was living in LA for about a year in 2002 to 2003, and it's just that, you know, when I was living out there, I seen the main difference because I never left really Montreal before that. You know what I'm saying? So when I
How
lived
come
in
you went to you had family there?
yeah, my sister was out there. You know what I mean? She was raising her daughter, so she needed a little bit of help. I wanted to leave the city, so I went out there and helped her out.
Straight up.
Yeah, man. And
Were you able to get a green card or something?
nah, that's what fucked me up to this day, you know, because I stayed too long. I overstayed my
shit.
welcome, you know what I'm saying? So now I can't go back. I need a waiver and shit like that. you know what I'm saying?
Impossible. Ah ouais.
Actual facts, you know
Parce
what
que
I'm
c'est
saying?
6 mois?
C'est 6 mois après.
6
faut que
months,
tu-
yeah, but I stayed, yeah, like I said, close to a year. So, you know, when I was out there, you know, I noticed the main difference between Montreal and LA is that people, you know, maybe not as much now, but back then Montreal was a lot of talking. Brothers would just do a lot of talking. Yo, I signed to Universal Records. Yo, I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on
Yeah,
CTV.
oui, oui,
Yo, I'm
avec
a.
beaucoup de rumeurs.
Beaucoup de gens comme
But
ça.
in
We
the-
all know people like that.
But in
Yeah.
the States, brothers would just do it and then let the action
People
speak for
know.
themselves.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So that's why I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be the action man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk. I'm gonna just do it, show and prove through my ways and actions. You know what I mean? So that's the science behind my name, Action Man. You know what I mean?
Okay, I always thought it's because if there was a
Tap,
brawl
tap,
about
tap,
to pop
friends of
off,
action.
and they're just talking, you're like, yo, there's no more talking. And
C'est
you,
ça.
Well, that too. You know, I
Yeah.
really wasn't
But
on
that
some
too.
talking.
Yeah.
I wasn't really with the talking too
Yeah.
much, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
like action, man. Yeah, it's true. Because it's true. Sometimes I have that song in my head too, the Red Man. Time for some
Yeah,
I love
action.
that song.
Time-
I used to put that, you know what I'm saying, in a little intermission for my shows. you know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Only right, man. Action, man. But you're action.
Action, Africa. I used to put an acronym to it. I said African King single-handedly uniting niggas.
Just
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
Back in the
that.
days, man.
And you know, obviously, I was feeling nostalgic knowing you were coming, so I was listening to your old clips and stuff. And now that I look back, because these guys, we didn't know them back then, but now, you know, il y avait le Planète 514.
C'est ça.
Le Planète 514.
Yeah, it's
man.
mad people in that video,
Dans
man.
son clip.
Yeah, what's his name? Gaza? Yeah, Gaza.
Gaza,
man. Yeah,
ouais.
yeah, mad people in that video. Fizzy in that video. Everybody in that video, man.
Féroce.
Féroce.
Yeah, UMR.
Yeah, UMR. Mais dans le temps, UMR était big. United Minorities.
Ouais,
était
ils étaient
big.
c'est un collectif.
Yeah,
de
they
fous.
were like 100 deep. They were like a bunch of people, different mind. And I loved it. I loved their movement because it was like everybody was represented. You know, it was really Montreal movement. Like it was all national.
Ouais.
Même le blanc, tu penses qu'il est blanc, mais il est comme syrien. Tu sais, je veux dire, t'es comme
Actual
ok,
facts.
shit. Tu sais,
Actual facts.
c'est comme c'était fou. So and today I realized that because we didn't know Gaza back then.
Non,
That's
ça-
what I'm
He
saying.
wasn't a rapper.
That's what I'm
back
saying.
then.
But he was a little kid from Park X. You know, I know
Yeah, I
his whole
know.
family. His little brother was a boxer too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know his whole family. We lived in the same building.
Straight up.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah, because I know he's from Park X. We actually reps on Park X.
Shout out.
MB
Gaza.
aussi, il me semble, c'est Park X.
MB.
MB.
MB, je sais pas trop. Hein.
Who's MB?
The other
non,
guy from
de
514.
514.
The
Oh,
long
maybe it's
hair.
yeah, it's possible. Yup. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yup.
Yeah, he was a soccer
He just didn't live in
player.
the same building as me.
Yeah.
That's all.
So Park X, I remember there used to be, was it on Fridays or something? Like there was like a hip hop movement that you'd go to.
Oh man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Hell yeah, bro.
What is that
Street sounds,
Street
bro.
Sounds.
That was legendary shit,
Street
bro.
Sounds.
That's
Des fois,
legendary
j'étais,
shit.
j'allais au Street Sounds.
Every
Ouais.
Tuesdays and Thursdays,
Ok,
man.
c'est ça.
Legend. Everybody went through there, man.
Comme si tu voulais être un rappeur et tout,
T'allais là-bas.
t'allais là, montrer ta face. Tu sais, s'il y a un
Actual
cypher.
facts. You have to go show and prove over there,
Yeah,
man.
tu sais, s'il y a un cypher, t'allais rapper. Tu disais, yo, let them know, like, on est là, tu sais. Fait que, yeah, exactly. Street Sounds, man.
That was legendary, bro.
Ça, c'était... Fait qu'il y avait un hip-hop movement à Park X, vraiment,
Big
là.
time, big time. Yup. Shout out to Baptizer, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the brothers.
Baptizer, oui.
Yeah, man, Greg, you know what I'm saying? He was one of the street workers out
Oui,
there.
c'est ça. Je me rappelle de
Yup.
lui, là. Tu dis,
Yup.
non, je suis comme, yeah, I remember that name. Yeah, Baptizer, shout out. Mais Park X, tu sais, on va le dire, ça sentait toujours le curry. Tu passes dans ce hood-là, très indien,
Ouais.
Sri Lankais,
But
and
see, that's the
everything.
thing. This is recent. Back in my days, it was none of that. You know, back in my days was Greeks, Haitians, Jamaicans,
Yeah,
Africans.
C'était grec avant.
And there was one family
De
of
tout était
Pakis over there.
HMD.
Ouais, c'est ça.
There was one family of Pakis over there, and they was with us. You know what I'm saying? They was
Yeah.
G'd up.
Straight up.
Shout out to Big Ali, man. Big Ali know what time it is, man.
Shout out.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, but eventually it started with the gentrifications and shit
Yeah.
like that. You know what I'm saying? So now it's all Park X, you know. It's all Packy. I mean, Park X is
Yeah,
all
yo,
Packy.
c'est vraiment... Ils sont là,
Ils
ils
sont
sont
là.
deep, là. Tu fais Jean Talon, là, à Park X, tu fais la rue Jean Talon, là, c'est tout des Indian spots, là.
Yeah, man, that's a fact.
Vraiment, là, yo, ils sont vraiment en été, comme, yo, c'est Little Pakistan,
It's
l'autre
crazy.
bord,
Yeah,
là.
people call it Packy X now, bro.
Yeah.
Packy X.
Yeah.
Ah ouais.
Les Grecs ont bougé, ils ont dit, yo, il y a trop de couleurs.
On va choméder ou pas.
That's
regarde.
facts.
But they still have some good, they have a Greek restaurant, a legendary Greek restaurant that's still there.
Yeah, I forget what it's called though.
Yeah. But you used to eat Greek food? You grew up on Greek food?
Nah,
and
you know
all?
I don't eat pork, so you know you stay away from that. You know what I mean?
From a kid?
Well, from early, I'd say from like early 20s. Yeah, I stopped eating pork in my early 20s, man.
Straight up?
Yeah, 20, 21.
And that's you, like at home, they would cook pork?
Yeah, at home they were, you know,
family
black people, you know what I'm
cooks.
saying, especially coming from slavery. That's what they fed us, man, in slavery time. So, you know, I tell people all the time, you know what I'm saying, and it's no disrespect to nobody who still eat pork, you know what I'm saying? However, I just want to make it known that before slavery, black people was never eating pork, man. So, you know, it's something to think about, you know what I mean? That's what they fed us, man. You know what I mean? And you know what they say, you are what you eat. You know what I'm saying? So we strive to stay
That's
away
why
from
I'm
that
a
and stay
goat.
clean.
No.
Hey, man, I love the goat. I ain't gonna lie.
I
Goat
love
is the
goat.
shit. Yup.
I love goat. Yeah. Message important. Nous connaissons tous quelqu'un atteint par l'anémie falciforme.
C'est une situation très, très sérieuse. Malformation des globules rouges, complications graves, crise de douleur également.
Et ça nous affecte plus que l'on pense. Une personne noire sur 10 porte le gène, mais on peut faire une différence.
On peut aider la communauté et soyons fiers de notre contribution.
Beaucoup de patients ont besoin de transfusions sanguines régulièrement.
Il faut 130 donneurs par année pour un seul patient.
Et parfois, seule une greffe de cellules souches peut leur permettre de guérir. Emma Québec est toujours là pour les aider.
Mais il faut qu'on puisse faire aussi notre part.
Si tu as entre 18 et 35 ans,
Inscris-toi au registre des donneurs de cellules souches.
un simple swab et tu peux changer un destin.
En attendant, donne du sang.
Visite emmaquebec.ca. La force, c'est nous. Little oxtail.
Absolutely, yeah.
I made some the other day. T'avais vu? T'as vu mon story quand j'ai fait. Je l'ai fait moi-même. Yo, c'était un
T'avais
succès.
commencé depuis 11h du matin.
Yeah.
J'ai bien suivi
Dans un
tes,
slow
That shit
cooker.
marinate, slow
tes
roast.
food,
Yeah.
tes food stories. Là.
Okay, so also from a young age, you
Yeah,
stop
man.
eating pork. But when I say like in your direct family, does no one eats pork? Or does your
Nah,
mom
they
still
all
eat
eat pork. They all
sisters?
well now they stopped eating pork. You know what I'm saying? But growing up, yeah, man, they definitely used to eat.
You were the
that,
first
bro.
one to stop.
Pretty much, yup. Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yup.
Because you were studying on it. Because you always had a conscious side, you know, a deeper side to you. You know?
Actual facts.
But before we get to there, you have a track with Bad News Brown. I was listening to it today.
A lot
bro.
of people don't know that, man. You know your fucking shit, G.
He has a song with Bad News Brown. Because Bad News Brown didn't rap on a lot of songs, a lot of albums, like people's albums, featurings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was more of a harmonica player.
Whoa,
That's right.
You know, I have him on harmonica on one of my beats that I recorded. But rap, like vocals, yeah.
I'm
And
glad you brought that up because, you know, after that little I want to say that little misunderstanding we had, I was surprised that everybody, you know what I'm saying, striving to go against me. None of them brothers got a track with the brother. You know what I'm saying?
C'est
So,
ça, il y avait.
wow.
C'était pas une situation qui s'était passée au Café Campus?
Petit Campus, yup.
Yeah.
Yup, exactly. And
C'était un gros moment, ça.
yeah, that
C'est
was
bon,
a
il brought
legendary.
it up.
Yeah,
J'étais comme, est-ce qu'il va répondre si je le dis? Vas-y,
nah,
brought it up, ça.
nah, definitely. You know, I'm not. You know, like I said, I'm an open book. You know, and
Parce que t'as vraiment wild là-bas. Là. T'as snap là-bas. On
Well,
va
this
juste
is-
dire ça. You snap.
I'm gonna say I did. I'm not gonna say that I snapped. I'm gonna say that I really was on some self-defense because
Well.
I thought some shit was gonna jump off. You
Yeah.
know, like I said, you know, it was a few words being thrown back and forth on the internet, little comments here and there. So, you know, I just let it be known, man, y'all ain't gonna hurt me with no words. Y'all wanna hurt me, man, y'all just come up to the, you know, Cafe, Petit Campus, whatever. Y'all see the address, the flyer there, whatever. So brothers pulled up 15, 20 deep, all wearing Bad News Brown t-shirts.
Ah ouais, hein?
So I'm like, whatever. You know, I spoke to him as a man. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, listen, man, if you feel I'm man enough, and it's not out of fear, but I told him I'm man enough to tell you that if I did hurt your feelings in any type of way, for you to come from fucking Brazil, wherever you was at before the niggas was saying, yo, niggas out in Brazil opening for whoever, 50 or Snoop or whatever. So, you know, if I insulted you and offended you to the point where you came all the way to from Brazil to come to my show and see me man to man, I'm able to say, you know what I'm saying, I apologize, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, bro. I was man enough to say that.
Ouais.
However, he didn't want to accept my apology, man.
OK.
So, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, I ain't gonna go back and forth with you forever, man. I went upstairs, you know what I'm saying, I proceeded to do my show, but I had the Glock on me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, whatever happened.
Que lui,
you
il
know,
avait Briggs avec lui, là, ça aurait pu
Oui.
virer très
nigga,
mal.
yeah,
Très
but
vite.
that's what pissed me off, G, because you know what I mean?
Tu connaissais aussi les autres gars qui étaient avec lui?
Yeah, G, and it's just sad that he put those, because they was young brothers, man. Put them all in the line of fire. And, you know, they stepped to me on stage, bro. What am I supposed to do, bro?
Ouais.
You know what I mean? And I found out later that he said, yo, $100 to the first person to snatch the mic off for Action Man.
Ah, OK, ah ouais. Oh, shit.
But I didn't respect that because if you a man, why don't you snatch the mic off for Action Man, big boy? But he ain't did that. You know what I'm saying? He put them little brothers' lives in danger. But when you watch his videos, ain't none of them little brothers in his videos, man.
Ah non, hein?
You know, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Nothing against the white folks, but it was a bunch of white kids in his videos. But if you're gonna rep the ghetto, then rep the ghetto right, man. Don't just rep it when it's street time. Keep them kids away from the street. Put them kids in your video, man, like Akshun Man did. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really didn't have no respect for that whole movement. You know what I'm saying? So when I pulled out the Glock, you know what I'm saying, the whole crowd ran out.
Ouais.
And you know, a week later he wanted to, I don't know if he wanted to squash it. But I was like, the harm's already done. And you know, 7 months later, I found out the brother died. So, you know, that was that, bro.
T'avais pas eu le temps de squash avec lui?
Tell you the truth, bro, I didn't want to squash it because he went on the radio on Nuit Blanche.
Publiquement.
And he was like, yeah, we beat the shit out of Akshun, man. We made him run all the way down. We made him run back to Park X. And anybody who was there knows exactly what happened. But he was perpetuating this propaganda to make it seem like he was trying to assassinate my character, basically, man.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, I don't respect that. And now behind the scenes, you want to holler at brothers that we know mutually to try to squash the shit. I don't respect that. Why don't you go on the radio and try to squash the shit? I'll take the phone call now. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't want to do none of that. So it's like, I ain't respect that. I left it at that. 7 months later, I heard the brother, you know, he passed, you know. So, you know, it is what it is. It's a sad situation, but, you know, life is real, bro. Life is real, bro.
Ouais, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace for sure. Bad news. We have the poster in back there. Dommage, il est pas là, man, pour répondre à ça. Ça aurait été bon d'avoir
sa version.
Et tout, mais anyways, okay, so that was that. But the song is still there, yeah.
The song is still there. He in my America's Most Wanted video because he's on a song called America's Most Wanted Remix. But he's in the video. The original song, the video, America's Most Wanted, shot in 2005. Old joint, you know what I'm saying? Like, old video.
You knew there was already an Ice Cube America's Most Wanted, though. That I think you knew that.
Yeah,
Ice Cube
pretty
had
much.
an America's Most Wanted.
Absolutely, But he got the KKK joint in it. KKK's Most Wanted.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
But I just kept it regular America's Most Wanted. I used that title because out of Montreal, America want me the most. That's the shit I came with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. That's what I came with.
Mais je pense que les gens ils étaient peut-être pas au courant que vous travailliez ensemble puis que vous étiez vraiment cool. Fait que les personnes ils ont ran out avec le fait que regarde, des fois ça arrive, il y a des falling out avec des personnes avec qui t'es cool, tu sais.
Actual facts, and I think more so because he was in a position to put brothers in a movie and a position of power.
Yeah.
They felt like they wanted to ride with him, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool too. Like I said, the brothers that rode with him, I wasn't really too tight with them anyways, and a few of them I was cool, that I did know I was cool with, but you know, it is what it is, bro. Like,
but he's not gonna put the street guys in his videos. They're, you know what I mean? Because they weren't rappers. I'm thinking that's why he didn't put them in the videos. In the videos, he put the smiley faces, you know, trying to sell.
I mean, you know,
the marketing-wise, it was a better move to do it.
I see that he wasn't the only one behind this. He had a team with him, and it's really like an industry team that was really professional and really like, you know what I mean? Like, we was from the street level. We never had no machine behind us. So we just felt like, you know, like the brother said, you know, we got the culture here today. You know, respectfully and with all humility, I always rep for the culture more than anything because it's like, you know, where were they when, you know, brothers was dying, you know, hungry, going through whatever the streets was going through? It wasn't no industry around, you know what I mean? So I always rep for the have-nots, so to speak, you know what I mean?
Well, I remember back then when he used to do shows, there was one show I went, I'll never forget that. That's when it was hard, you know, quand les temps étaient durs, you used to get 5 pieces, you know what I mean? You know, this guy threw baggies in the crowd. Oh yeah, they were like $3 baggies, but still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was with Wally Sparks, my cousin. We're grabbing the baggies off the ground. Okay, on est bon là, comme si.
Yeah,
you know, with all the baggies I had probably like 2 grams. You know what I mean?
Wow,
and back then,
it's
still
fun.
good. Like it's still like okay, shit.
That was fun. We had fun.
You know, I'm good for a couple. You know, for 2 days.
C'est fou
you know?
quand même comme anecdote.
Yeah.
C'est des anecdotes hip-hop.
Yeah.
That's hip-hop
This
shit.
guy, tu sais, quand Jay-Z il lance le cob au crowd, lui il lançait des baggies de buzz là. Il est en train de rapper là. Boom! Puis là, tu vois tout le monde en train de grab les
crowd went crazy, man.
The crowd used to go crazy, man.
Actual facts.
Yeah, straight up. Je pense que c'était même... Est-ce que c'est possible que c'était un Rialto?
Cola Note
sur Park?
Ouais,
sur Park Avenue.
Comme sur Park.
Yes, sir.
Ouais.
C'était sur Parc. I remember, yeah, c'était sur Parc.
Yo, c'est fou, là. C'est à cause de tout ça qu'est-ce qu'on a fait qui a fait qu'un plus dans mon rap anymore, man.
Wow, you know?
Yo.
On a fait trop de bagailles l'autre bord,
Lui était
man.
vraiment un street rapper, là, pour de vrai. C'était pas du cap, là. Quand j'ai vu, il a lancé des baggies partout, là. Puis ça, c'est dans le temps, tu sais, avant que le buzz soit légal, guys.
Yeah.
Ce que je veux dire, c'est comme... C'était pas facile. Tu peux pas trouver du buzz comme ça, là.
Yeah, man. Actual
dire.
facts, bro. Yup. You know, cop the ounce from the streets. You know?
C'est fort, ça.
Chopped it up in a little 5 pieces and tossed that into the crowd. You know?
Yeah. Ça, les dealers, ils m'aimaient pas parce que je venais pour des 5. C'est comme, yo, tu me fais déplacer pour un 5
C'est ça,
piece, bro.
5,
Ils ont
man.
même pour un 3,5 ou quelque chose, un 7
Ça,
ou quelque chose.
Avec mon gars, tu m'as fait perdre mon cob, là. Faut que je me déplace en plus.
Ew, but yeah, the good old days. And you used to blaze heavy back in those days.
Like a motherfucker, bro. Every day, all day.
Yeah. You were more blunts or papers?
You know, I started off papers, but then it was blunts and just strictly blunts and
Okay, you went to strictly blunt. You used to wake and bake?
wake and bake.
Wake and bake.
Yeah.
Before sleep. I couldn't sleep if I didn't smoke.
Straight
A
up.
lot of my brothers, I got to that point too, but it's like a lot of my brothers couldn't even eat without smoking. Like,
Ah ouais, hein?
always in a state of stress. It's like you have to smoke before you eat, smoke
Ça ouvre
before you
l'appétit.
sleep. Yeah.
Puis si
All
t'es
of that.
stressé, la vie est stressante. Déjà, dans ce mode de vie-là.
Le mode de vie là, t'es toujours anxieux, man.
C'est ça.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, bro.
So des fois, le buzz, ça peut t'aider à ouvrir l'appétit. Okay, yeah. So how did you go from that point? It was cold turkey or you just slowed down?
Nah,
and
just slowly weaned out of that. You know what I mean? Slowly. Yup.
straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because if you can't sleep without it, you can't just stop cold turkey.
Yeah,
And
man.
then you used to put tobacco in yours?
Yeah, I started with tobacco in my paper. Then I used to smoke blunts to get away from the tobacco. But, you know, the blunts is tobacco
Yeah,
leaf.
exactly, yeah.
I just didn't want the chemical, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted the natural tobacco leaf. So
Yeah.
I blazed the blunt. And then from there, I started weaning out of it by smoking them hemp blunts. You know the hemp
Yeah, hemp.
blunts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little healthier.
Yeah.
But eventually, I just gave it all up, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I might smoke like once in a blue moon, but I just don't want to smoke no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? I smoked my whole life, bro.
Yeah.
So I just don't want to smoke no more. You know what I mean?
That's good. No, for real, I'm gonna applaud that, man. C'est pas évident, for real.
Appreciate it.
So especially going from waking and baking, can't sleep without
Non, ouais,
it,
toute ta vie, là, tu sais.
Right.
to stopping, that's
Yeah,
still
man.
big, man.
Yeah, G. It's a move I had to do, you know what I'm saying? Just for my mind. Knowing what I know now, it's like it was the obvious natural next move. For me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Là, t'es plus lucide, t'es plus conscient. Des
Yeah,
fois, c'est
bro,
comme tu
it's
peux
like,
te caches la king avec à cause t'es high, t'en beef, t'es comme...
I mean, I was never one of them brothers that you could catch lacking when I was high. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of brothers that when they smoke, they can't drive, they forget things,
Yeah.
they can't. I was very functionable when I smoked. Even if I drank, I could still drive, smoke, drink, drive. I'm
I feel
good.
you.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? However, it's just that I don't know, man. I wouldn't remember my dreams. I ain't remember. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. So I was like, I need my mind, man. Especially knowing what I know now, the power of the mind. It's like I need my mind to be fully, you know, operational. You know what I mean? Word.
So you started rapping on your own, but I know you were with Big Bang.
Yes,
At
sir.
one point.
Yes,
You
sir.
used to do a lot of songs.
Studio à Park X.
Yes,
Ça,
sir.
c'est à Park X, hein?
Park X, t'arrives, tu montes en haut, c'est top.
That's right. That's right. You know, he was there. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, was there every week.
Toi, t'étais là aussi,
J'étais toujours là,
Actual
mais
facts, actual
was
facts.
there. Tu vois,
Actual
je confirme, guys.
Actual facts. Nah, he was definitely there, man.
Yeah.
Definitely there, man. Yeah, it was a great time. I till this day, I link up with my people from back in the days. They're like, yo, man, we had a great time on that
C'est
Big
ça,
Bang
là.
joint, man.
Tellement
That Big
de
Bang
tracks
was
ont été
legendary,
cook
man.
là-bas, man.
Yeah, legendary
You
shit.
did projects there, yeah.
Yeah, I did a couple projects there.
Yeah.
Yup, I did 2 projects there, Thug Minor Volume 1, Thug Minor Volume 2. You know what I'm saying? And that was right after the little situation with B&B.
Okay.
So, you know, let me shout out Tommy Knock, you know what I'm saying? Get
Shout
that
out
out the way.
Tommy.
You know what I'm
Je sais
saying?
qu'il va
Shout out
regarder
Tommy
en
Knock,
plus, là.
OG,
Straight
you
up.
know what I'm saying, in the game. You know, Fame, shout out to IGE Studios and all that.
Yeah.
I want to shout out my brother that got deported to Jamaica, 12 gauge Shotty. That's my right-hand man right there.
Straight up.
You know, yeah, I just wanted to shout those brothers out real quick, you know what I mean?
Big Bang Studios, man. Tous les clips dans le temps qu'il faisait, il était avec Big Bang. He had a run with them. He had a run.
C'est quoi je pourrais dire, les featuring légendaires là, qui sont passés là, dans ce studio-là? Là?
I know, like you said, Elephant Man went through there. I know Mr. Cheeks from the Lost Boys ran through there.
Mr. Cheeks est venu avec ses shoes toutes trouées, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
yeah, I remember that story. Yeah, he looked like
on regardait le
was
gars.
struggling,
Yeah, man. Heavy on the liquor. You know what I'm saying?
C'était triste à voir.
Yeah, I heard he was never right after Freaky Top passed.
Non.
Yeah, I think Freaky Top played a big role in his career.
Actual facts.
Yeah.
You know. Who else passed through there? I don't know who else passed through there, man. I can't call it, but a few brothers passed through there, G. You know.
Ce qui était bon, c'est beaucoup de l'aile, il venait au studio. Genre.
Yeah, it was all the hoods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
C'est vrai, parce que lui, il avait un track où il nommait tous les hoods.
Yeah. With the
Puis
hood
on est toujours en dernier. T'attends toujours qu'ils disent Pierre Fond ou quelque chose. À la fin, il dit I'm a Bay. Il n'a pas bien éplé, là. Le B, je pense qu'il a mis B-A-Y, but whatever.
Mais I don't even know. What is it? B-A-E?
Yeah, B-A-I-E.
B-A-I-E.
Oh, OK, yeah.
Il l'a mis en anglais parce qu'il sortait de Long Beach.
Ouais.
I'm a Bay.
But you know, I didn't do the video. Like I didn't edit the video. That was I don't want to say his name, but yeah, man. Yeah, that was that brother. You know
Je vais pas te mentir, surtout dans ces temps-là, je vois que les gars, ils faisaient des tracks puis ils nommaient toutes les hoods. T'attends toujours pour ton hood, tu sais. Tout le monde attend leur hood.
Ben oui,
ce qu'il va nous nommer. Je me rappelle Empty Health, quand Dramatique faisait le refrain aussi, quand il nomme toutes les hoods.
Ce qui va dire Pierre Fond.
Puis finalement, tu sais, c'est toujours à la fin. C'est comme si. C'est comme s'il nomme toutes les hoods. Quel autre code qui manque, guys?
Ouais.
Pierre Fond. Ah ouais, OK.
C'est pour ça que le gars de Pierre Fond remet les pendules à l'heure.
C'est ça. Que c'est vrai. Now people don't really name hoods like that. I think the hoods are more separated today.
This is why we made Rapolitik. Pour dire que, yo, we are from the West Island.
Yeah. It's crazy, though, because it's true. Back in those days, they used to always name hoods, and you're, like, waiting for your hood to be mentioned. Yeah. But today they don't do that anymore. Like I said, I think the hoods are more separated today, unfortunately.
Yeah,
there's
man.
less union.
Yeah, and the hoods ain't what they once was too, with the gentrifications and all of that.
C'est
you
ça.
Know what I mean? So,
mais là, les hoods aussi, ils marchent plus non plus avec les couleurs comme avant aussi.
That part, you know, it's not really le sens d'appartenance. Nowadays, everybody's just like, yo, I'm from Montreal, whatever. But before, you felt like you repped that hood, Park X. You know what? One thing the internet did is, you know, make people feel connected. Even worldwide, it's like, you know.
Ouais.
So, you know, I think that's what the situation
Mais
is.
Park X a toujours été plus bleu, je dirais.
I'm going to tell you, like I always tell everybody, man, Park X, the North. First of all, I'm going to clarify that Park X is a neutral hood, always has been and always will be. There's no way around it. It's always been neutral. I want to clarify that, bro. But, however, you know, when the blue and the red came along, the blue was more so north side of Park X, Part South. The blue was more so south side of Park X, and the red was more so north side of Park X.
Est-ce qu'il n'y avait pas 400 niggas ou c'est quoi?
200 niggas?
200 niggas?
But that's not Park X, though. That's
Gatineau, ça. Plus, non?
Les 200 négros?
Ouais, non!
Non,
c'est pas ça que je parle.
Oui,
il y avait une affaire
Oui, je sais que tu dis. Je sais de quoi tu parles. Je sais que tu. Mais je pense que c'est pas plus
Saint-Laurent. X, il me semble. En tout cas.
Ok, ouais, je sais exactement.
Mais en tout cas, there's a North et puis il y a South. Fait que c'est là qu'il y a différencié. Ok.
Hold on. Let me make. Yeah, the south of it was blue and the north of it was red.
Mais parce que toi, t'es notre génération. Fait que toi, t'es plus old school. Avant que les couleurs rentrent. Que nous autres aussi. À Pierrefonds, avant que les couleurs rentrent, j'étais là. Je veux dire, j'ai vu la transition quand les couleurs sont rentrées. Puis là, les affaires ont changé un peu.
That's right. Before that, we had OGs. The OGs from Park X. Black bandana. I don't know if y'all remember that. OG.
Black bandana.
Yeah, OG, man. That's back in the days of CDP and BBS and shit.
Il y a un track avec des maniaques. Shoddy.
Yeah.
Ben oui.
Il est connecté comme ça.
Il y a un track avec Shoddy. Shoddy, je pense qu'il avait habité un peu à Park X à un moment donné. Les affaires étaient chaudes. Il avait fait un petit move à Montréal. Puis il vous avait connecté.
Actual facts.
Oui, t'as des tracks aussi avec Hakim Docteur.
Actual facts.
Ah ouais?
Oui, shout out.
I know y'all got y'all little thing.
Ok.
You know what I'm saying?
Il est au courant.
C'est pour ça que j'ai donné shout out aussi. Shout out my guy.
Nah, shout out Hakeem, man. I went to school with him, you know what I'm saying? Louis Joe. Yeah.
Mais ça n'a jamais été personnel, because I don't even know him. C'est
And
lui
he came to the street sounds. He definitely, you know.
Ah, yeah?
Yeah.
Je le connais même pas, bro, tu sais.
Vous avez toujours votre
On a toujours notre petite friction.
Ah ouais, c'est
à cause de T-Kids, que he was telling a boy at T-Kids.
Ok, c'est pour ça.
So
Because I don't know him like that.
what's the problem? What
C'est même
is
pas,
that?
je pense
There's no
pas c'est
problem,
personnel,
like,
je pense que
there's
c'est
no-
par collatéral.
Yeah,
genre.
it's like collateral because I had a rap beef with someone else.
Oh, wow.
And then he was joining in to diss me in that rap beef. So when
Mais
I
c'est
did
pas-
the track,
c'est pas-
I saved the bar for him.
Oh, okay.
Just because, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Say I like Jay-Z, I asked you out. Only got half a bar. Fuck y'all niggas.
Mais t'as-
I kind of did a little thing
c'est
like
pour ça
that.
que tu
But
disais- C'est pas dans ton verse, tu dis de docteur, là.
oui, Dr. No Name, c'est ça.
Tu vois, c'est toi qui as commencé comme ça.
Non, ça c'était ma réponse à lui.
Ok,
But
ok.
shout out, it's not personal. I don't know the guy. Like I would cross him in the street, I wouldn't know it's him. Like
Shout
it's not.
out. T'as quoi?
C'est-
T'as 2-3 tracks avec lui, non?
Yeah, I got a couple joints with him. Yup, two,
Nice.
3 joints. Yup.
Respect.
Yup.
So yeah, straight up. So toi t'as travaillé avec des rappeurs français depuis back then.
Man, from way back in the
But I
days.
didn't know so because you went to French school. I didn't know that. That's what I was wondering. Okay.
Oui.
Tu parles pas, t'aimes pas ça parler français. C'est pas
Le
ta.
français, c'est plus difficile pour moi. C'est juste plus difficile, you know.
On dirait mon cousin de Brooklyn qui parle.
Yeah, mais je suis sûr c'est un gars. Trust me, il va comprendre. C'est un gars dans le temps. Quand il était jeune, sûr qu'il comprenait quand quelqu'un voulait un 7 ou un tu sais, il va calculer bien vite
C'est
ton
sûr.
affaire, même si tu le dis en français. Tu sais, je veux
C'est
dire.
sûr,
Quand
bro.
c'est temps de comprendre le français,
Non, c'est
tu vas
sûr.
comprendre.
Ça, c'est pour aller chat la forme qui est l'autre bord. Ah,
Ouais.
je chat rapide.
Yeah, c'est ça.
Je vais trouver mon français rapide.
Rapide.
C'est sûr, you know, mais c'est juste comme j'ai dit, c'est plus difficile.
Yeah.
Si
Tu penses pas la même façon.
Yeah, bro, you know.
Yeah.
Et le français, c'est juste plus difficile par défaut. You know what I mean?
Oui, c'est vrai,
Même
les
pour nous,
règles de
c'est
grammaire
difficile.
et tout. Ouais.
Exactly, bro.
On fait tous des fautes, my bad.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Mais
that's what
ouais,
that
je te
is.
feel. Ok, fait que là, on a parlé du Big Bang era. So, how did it end?
Yeah, well, you know, Big Bang, and how the fuck did it end? You know, I left, you know what I'm saying? Everybody started leaving, you know what I'm saying? Everybody going through whatever they going through. And Tommy Knock, I guess, he just shut down the studio at the end of the day, bro. You know what I mean? Brothers was going through a lot of shit, bro. Like, brothers was going through some high-level gangster shit. I ain't even gonna lie,
Un
bro.
autre niveau.
Like, high-level shit,
Okay,
bro.
okay, okay, okay.
Quand tu
International
venais là-bas,
ties.
tu savais ce qui se passait.
Straight up, straight up.
Non, tu comprenais pas. Tu voyais, mais tu comprenais pas encore.
It was just super high level, you know, international ties. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
damn. But it wasn't really that ended it. It's just Tommy Knock really had to close that chapter because, you know, he was starting his family and things of that nature. So, you know, he had to turn that leaf, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he fully family man now, bro. He's fully retired. You know,
Yeah,
shout out to
yeah.
Tommy Knock. Great brother, man. Great brother, you know what I mean?
Straight up.
Word up.
Ouais, ça, c'est des grosses.
Anecdote.
Mais après, t'as été quoi? T'as été solo, Tug-Minded?
Yeah, solo. I've been solo, you know what I mean? Always been solo except for that, you know, chief shit, you know what I'm saying? But
Mais c'est ça, parce qu'il y avait un groupe avec. Comment il s'appelle?
yeah, we want to
Cédric,
mention
avec
that.
Cédric
Okay.
et avec.
Raciste.
Est-ce que Frenchy Blanco était.
Nah, never that, bro.
Okay.
The fuck?
Oh.
Sami
Sami El Moussif.
Yeah, man.
Samuel Moussif, waouh, ça fait longtemps. Je pense qu'il m'a bloqué, man, lui aussi.
It's a bunch of weird, you know, shout out to them brothers, but they were very, very, very weirdo, man. You
Il
know
m'a
what I'm saying?
bloqué, Samuel Moussif, que
Yeah,
je
man,
pense.
very emotional brothers, you know. But I got nothing against nobody, you know what I'm saying? It is
Cédric
what
et
it is.
Samy m'ont bloqué, damn.
That's crazy.
Okay, c'est ça. But how did it come about? I guess you saw an opportunity. Okay, let me
Not
work with these
even,
French
man.
rappers.
Like I said, I came fresh out of LA, you know, and I was hungry, man. You know what I'm saying? And they was the only ones to shout, you know, holler at me, Cedric. Matter of fact, let me give y'all this backstory. My brother, my physical brother, he's the total opposite from me. I grew up in the street. He my older brother. He like 8 years older than me.
Okay.
I grew up in the streets. He grew up like super straight. School, scouts, cadets, army.
Okay.
That's what he did. That's his route. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he hung around a lot with them white boys. And he was friends with Cedric. So when Cedric would come over the crib or he would see me with, you know what I'm saying, with my brother, whatever, he would always encourage me to keep writing. Like I was 9, 10, 11, 12. He would always tell me, yo, keep writing. So, you know what I'm saying, one day, you know, like I said, I came back from LA 2003 and he hollered at me, man. And he said, yo, man, I want you on this track. So I jumped on the track. He loved it. He said, yo, I'm going to do a little compilation. I'm going to do a little group. I said, I'm down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was that. We did 2 projects. We went on a little mini Quebec
What was the
tour.
name of the group again?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
You know what I'm saying? Went on a little mini Quebec tour. That shit was cut short because, you know, brothers is very highly emotional and just a whole bunch of immature shit, I guess. And that was that. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to shoot 4 videos for the album. I think we shot like 1 or 2. And that was that. You know what I mean?
And it was a signed deal for those projects? Or?
Nah, bro. Nah. Just off of, you know, niggas, you know, I was personally young and dumb. I didn't really know. I was just happy to be in the studio, happy to be on the mic. So I really didn't pay attention to none of that. You know what I mean? I was, you know, business irresponsibly, you know. I was businessly irresponsible.
Businessly illiterate.
That part.
Yeah,
that part.
Mais because, tu sais, t'as travaillé avec Cédric, and I know Cédric AK, justement, il a donné son commentaire que Cédric might be, you know, a little racist.
Definitely.
So you agree with that? You work with the brother, so you would know.
I worked with him, like I said, off air.
I was not lying.
Nah, like I said off camera, you know, he said it. You know, I wasn't even going to say it because I'm not the type of brother to really, like, brag about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he's the one that brought it up. It's out there in the media, you know, on Journal du Hip-Hop.
Ouais.
Comme qui va vraiment dire publiquement, yo, I got slapped? Who does that?
I guess he was trying to say that, you know, I learned my lesson. That's basically what he was saying. He was like, yo, man, you know, he said, oh, you know, actually slapped the shit out of me for saying that word. So, you know, I learned my lesson. You know what I mean? So, you know, when I seen the article, I was like, I thought the same thing you was thinking. Like, the fuck, why would you say that? You know what I mean?
Actually, on est sur le même longueur d'onde, bro.
C'était quand tu dis le word, c'était le N-word.
Actual facts.
Yeah, c'est pour ça que même quand Freddy avait commencé à dire qu'il est raciste, parce qu'il s'est basé là-dessus, pourquoi que Cédric a comme un froid avec moi. C'est qu'il y avait l'entrevue avec Freddy. Freddy l'a dit. Après, là, ça a été clippé. Puis là, lui est venu sur moi là-dessus. Je suis comme, yo, pourquoi tu viens vers moi? Comme moi, j'avais déjà un vibe, j'avais déjà entendu que tu étais raciste. Là, Freddy a juste confirmé quelque chose. Puis là, l'histoire de Action qui est arrivée. Fait que là, c'est comme... Ça fait tout simplement dire que t'es là, puis c'est correct, juste assume. Pourquoi t'assumes pas que t'es raciste? C'est tout, là.
Mais s'il veut venir s'excuser...
Il m'a bloqué, il va venir où?
Ah, il t'a bloqué jusqu'à présent? OK.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what I don't respect. I don't respect you holding on to that. You know, just admit you was wrong. I fucked up. I want to do better. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. It's like you want to stay on that side of the fence, then wonder why people don't want to rock with you, man. It's like, I don't rock with you, bro, at all. I don't respect that at all, you know?
Est-ce que t'en as parlé avec ton frère et tout ça?
Me and my brother is not cool at all, man. Like I said, he's the opposite of me,
Ah,
man.
OK, fait qu'il était comme, je vais pas m'associer avec lui.
We just don't talk at all.
Wow.
Christmas, New Year's.
Sa fête.
Birthdays, yeah.
Mais quand vous vous voyez dans les family reunions...
I don't fuck with none of my family.
OK, t'es vraiment le mouton noir.
That's right.
Ah ouais?
That's right.
T'es le mouton noir de la famille, man. OK.
Yeah.
C'est deep, ça, quand même.
Yeah, c'est deep. Mais OK. Là, on va parler de le volet religion parce que c'est un gars qui est très deep et je veux comprendre un peu d'où il vient. Fait que t'as grandi dans quelle religion avec tes parents, ta mère, whatever? T'as grandi catholique?
Yeah, pretty much, you know, Christian, Catholic, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the difference is.
Comme
It's pretty much the same thing, you know what I mean? But
t'allais à l'église dans ce temps-là?
not really.
Ils allaient pas à l'église vraiment.
Maybe a few times, but never religiously, like every week.
T'as connu tes grands-parents?
Nah, bro. Nah, they died. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm the only one born here out of all my family. All of my family born in Angola, even my brother and sister, except for my mother, she born in Cape Verde. My uncle born in, you know what I'm saying? My uncle and aunts is born in Angola. So I'm the only one born here, God.
C'est
I mean,
africain.
OK, fait que c'est vraiment... OK, ouais, ils sont vraiment Angola, puis ils ont déménagé. Sa mère est née, elle, à Cap-Vert. Ça qui
Je connais
dit
pas
Cap-Vert.
beaucoup d'Angolais ici.
Non, il n'y en a pas beaucoup. Comme il y a un resto. Est-ce que tu peux nous recommander un resto angolais, même cap-verdien?
Fuck, on pourra même pas l'amener dans...
Il faudrait qu'on trouve un resto cap-verdien.
Il faut trouver un cap-verdien.
Si vous connaissez laissez un commentaire, ce serait intéressant. Angola ou cap-verdien?
La petite communauté.
I know there's one, I just can't remember the name of it.
Il faut trouver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ça serait intéressant. Okay. So, but you grew up eating what growing up? What was the food that you would be eating at home? The typical.
It's pretty much it's black people food, but it's all like they got their own versions.
Rice and peas.
Rice and peas.
Yes, that plantains.
Chicken.
Plantains?
No, we didn't really eat too much plantains. However, we did eat what y'all call maïs moulin.
Maïs moulin, oui.
Yo, je déteste tellement maïs moulin.
Our shit is fufu.
Ah oui, foufou, oui.
Okay.
It's the same, almost difference.
Oui, c'est le mot africain. Les Congolais aussi, c'est foufou.
You know, and it was pork in there. You know, there's pork and chicken. You
Oui,
know,
beaucoup de poulet aussi. Ouais.
stuff like that, man. Just
Mais tu sais, qu'est-ce qui est drôle, c'est que oui, il y a beaucoup d'Africains qui vont manger du porc, mais quand tu vas à un resto africain, il n'y a jamais de porc.
Y a pas de porc.
Tu vas jamais aller à un resto africain, que ce soit congolais, sénégalais, c'est sûr, il n'y en aura pas. Mais peu importe. Ils n'ont pas de porc dans les restos africains.
That's right.
Tu remarques.
That's right.
Même-
But a lot of African countries is Muslim as well, so that's probably
Oui,
why.
il y en a beaucoup, mais je pense que still, la plupart est chrétienne, je dirais, ou c'est polythéiste au pire.
But even like, that's what sparked me. That's what made me start thinking, because even in the Bible it say don't eat the pork.
Dans l'Ancien Testament, oui.
Bon.
Parce que le Nouveau
Les
Testament-
débats religieux à
And
start,
then,
man.
and then what the Christians is going to tell you, they're
Oui.
going to say, oh, it's not what comes into the mouth that counts, it's what comes out of the mouth that counts. That's what Jesus said. But at the same time, you can't deny the fact that Jesus said, I came not to abolish the Old
Pour
Testament.
l'accomplir.
Peace, God.
Tu comprends? Abli la Bible, là, boy, shit, là.
All right, we know the Bible, man. We know the Bible and the Holy Quran. We made the Holy Bible and the Holy Quran. You know what I'm saying? As original people, I'm not trying to go too deep, but we made that.
No, we can go deep. Guys, the original people,
C'est Rapolitik,
c'est
so
les
we
black
go
people.
deep.
All right.
The original people. Fait
Non, mais
peace
quand-
to the gods and the earth.
Peace to the gods and the earths, man. Peace to the 5% nation.
Tu
Peace
vois,
to
c'est ça que j'avais dit.
the
Non,
gods,
talk it.
earth,
Voici.
peace to
C'est
man,
le
woman,
premier
and child.
5% de l'histoire de Rapolitik,
Mais
là.
regarde.
I think it's the
I'ma
first
say
one
this.
ever.
Ça,
I'ma
c'est
say
le
this.
So we're
cinquième
gonna talk on
élément,
it.
le cinquième
I'm gonna talk on
élément
it.
du hip-hop. Si t'es pas first
You know what? Hip-hop marketed it. Okay?
Comment
They
marketed it?
popularized it.
Actual facts.
Le hip-hop, oui.
Oui,
Des KRS-One,
Jay-Z,
Rakim,
Rakim, c'est un des premiers.
Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane.
AZ, yo. So, well,
Wu-Tang.
5% is something.
De La Soul.
That's because all of us turn to sinners.
That's
C'est ce
right,
line-là.
that's
Tu connais
right,
le bar?
of course.
Yeah.
Alright.
C'est-
Quest.
Comme il y a beaucoup de 5%
Brand
dans le
Nubian,
hip-hop.
man.
Mais
Yeah.
c'est
Nubian.
de New York vraiment que c'est venu. It's a
Actual
New
facts.
York, so it's a guy that was Muslim. C'est venu, it's a branch that came from Islam.
So what happened was, well, first of all, I just want to say this, clarify this. I'm the second official 5% in Montreal.
Straight up.
Yeah, the first one.
Arrête de niaiser.
Peace to God C. You know, he's out there. He actually went to New York to get the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, brought it back here. However, I'm not really aware if he has any students or if he has any rallies. All I know is that we was the first ones to really teach and have rallies out here in Montreal. So I just want to clarify that.
You guys don't have a temple.
No, we don't have no temple. We just hold rallies.
Okay.
We're not
Outside.
a religion. We're a natural way of life.
Mais pour moi, ça fait partie tellement de la fondation du hip-hop d'avoir cette branche-là.
Actual
Quand on parle de
facts.
culture, s'il n'y a pas
Because
de
hip-hop
knowledge...
is- yeah.
Mais c'est ça, dans la fin, qu'on parle de
there's a lot
culture,
of
whatever,
rappers
tu sais,
that
on,
were-
on banalise les affaires breakdancing, on banalise le knowledge. Maintenant, c'est juste rap. OK, mais de culture, c'est rap. Non, tu peux rap about anything. Si t'as pas le contenant,
Ouais.
tu peux
Bingo.
pas.
T'as
You
déjà
know
été
that.
musulman?
Yep.
C'est ça. Fait que t'as passé par là aussi.
Yep.
Fait que qu'est-ce qui t'a fait devenir musulman? C'est quelqu'un
Well,
qui t'a approché.
I was with a woman a Muslim woman for 7 years.
Straight
You know what I'm
up!
saying? She really put me on
Talk
to it.
about it.
You know what I mean?
Quelle nationalité elle?
Senegalese.
Ah, une Sénégalaise. Shout
sûr.
out
Je pense que tout le
Sénégal.
monde- je pense que
Galton, Niofar.
And I got
Voilà,
deaf
buck.
while I buck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Moi, je
Ronnie
pense que
Freck.
tout le monde aurait flip.
Ok, yeah, ok.
And she put me onto it, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, I saw the sense. I saw how it made sense. So
Yeah.
I incorporated it into my lifestyle, you
Straight
know.
up.
And eventually, you know, took my shahada, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And became Muslim. But then it was like,
Les choses qui marchaient pas pour...
yeah, because I see like, you know, the Arabs kind of hijacked that religion and they made it their shit and they feel like it's theirs and they look down on black people. You know what I'm saying?
Chose, hein?
But it's like, this is really
Yeah,
our
Akshun
scripture, man.
Man.
Yeah, man. And if you really read the Bible and you read the Quran was written for the Arabs. It was written for the descendants of Ishmael. The Bible was written for the descendants of Israel, which is original people. 12 tribes of Israel.
C'est ça, les 13 tribus preach. Fait que ça, il me donne des points.
Yep.
C'est comme ça, c'est compétition. Yeah, we have to. C'est gros dans
But I
l'air,
like,
ça.
yo, this is deep. I like what you're saying. Well, I mean, this is very interesting what you're saying.
Non, mais parce que c'est un peu ce
c'est
côté-là
très
où est-ce que tu vas
intéressant.
dire que c'est une religion qui, oui, en Afrique, qui est dominante, qui est là, mais il faut quand même que tu puisses, tu sais, t'adapter un peu avec des langues arabes, la prière. Tu sais, il faut que tu puisses quand même suivre une certaine culture une culture arabe, même si c'est quelque chose qui est une religion.
Peu importe d'où tu viens, les prières doivent être en arabe.
Exactement.
Les 5 prières, ils doivent être en arabe. Tu dois le dire. Ouais, tu dois l'étudier. Puis,
La Mecque et tout ça, tu
But
sais.
that's original people language. It's just that the new Arabs, like the Arabs you see nowadays, you know, they kind of took that religion, man, and made it theirs, you know. But you know, the original Arabs were black people and they were Moors. We know who the Moors
mais les Moors,
are.
on n'en parle pas beaucoup
the
trop,
Moors.
hein? C'est ça qui est bizarre quand même.
Le Tchad, tu sais, le Soudan, c'est des Arabes, là. C'est des
That's
black
actual
Arabs.
facts,
Ouais.
actual facts. But I also I know a lot of people gonna hate on me for this, but I definitely gotta make knowledge born. The Moors was responsible to selling us out to slavery, man. All right, so I just want to put that out there, you know? Yeah, we see them do their thing and they know their laws by heart, and when the police come, they could quote every law in the book and avoid getting arrested. However, let's not forget the part they played in the slave trade, bro, because I'm a descendant of that. And y'all brothers is descendant of that.
Yeah, it's blacks that sold blacks. And then, yeah.
To
Ah,
who?
c'est
To
fait.
the new modern day Arab. And then eventually to the white man.
Ouais.
You know
Ils
what I
sont
mean?
comme, yo, nous, on veut pas se faire prendre. Fait que, yo, let's make a deal. On
Mais
va les
j'avais
capturer
appris ça.
pour vous. Puis, yo.
Quand j'ai habité au Sénégal aussi, puis ils ont dit que quand j'ai été sur l'île de Gorée et tout,
Wow.
puis les Noirs qui étaient vendus aux Saoudiens, yo, ils se faisaient castrer, là.
Ouais.
Ils voulaient pas.
Pas
ils voulaient
qu'ils se reproduisent comme
ils
aux
se reproduisent avec leurs
États-Unis.
femmes.
Ouais.
Comme tu vas pas.
C'est pour ça que tu
vas
fais pas beaucoup. C'est pour ça que tu fais pas une grande descendance dans le Middle East de Black aussi.
Yeah.
Parce qu'ils étaient pas capables de se reproduire quand ils arrivaient de l'autre bord.
C'est fou.
C'est fou,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's cold, man.
C'est pour ça que tu es capable de cacher qu'il y a vraiment eu comme vraiment beaucoup d'esclavage.
Fait que t'as fait ton temps musulman. Est-ce que
Il va dire une imbécilité, regarde ça.
non, mais est-ce que t'as dit te circoncire?
I eventually got circumcised, yo,
Straight up!
La question
En
que
tant qu'adulte, en plus.
as an adult.
C'est real!
See, hey,
Parce que là, t'es adulte.
I'm a real nigga, man.
Non, I'm a real G.
Man, I did
Fait,
that.
en tant qu'adulte.
Actual fact.
Non, mais moi, je le fais, je peux le dire. Moi, mes enfants sont tous circoncis, comme moi, j'ai pas niaisé avec ça, mais en tant que bébé, je le fais. Tu sais, je veux dire.
Là, t'es
But that was
grown,
unnecessary.
Mais aujourd'hui, c'est
I was
plus
young
dur.
too. You know, I was
C'est-
an adult, you know what I'm saying? But I was young too, so that was unnecessary.
Et t'es resté combien de temps avec la femme? Si tu me dis t'as un an, t'es comme yo, all that for that?
Nah, I was with that woman for like 7 years.
Ok, c'était ta femme.
7 years.
Ouais,
We got-
vous avez fait des enfants ensemble?
Nah.
Ok.
Nope.
Fallait la marier quand même pour ça, sûrement.
Yeah, we almost got to that level. You know what I'm saying? It was very serious, but I was an idiot, bro.
Mais l'affaire qui est bon.
Tu regrettes aujourd'hui, on dirait, hein?
I regret what?
Parce que t'as dit I was an idiot. Fait que est-ce que tu as un regret pour dire.
I don't really have any regrets, but like, if I knew better, I would have done better. But it's just that, you know, I was an idiot, bro. I can't control what I didn't know back then. I was raised as a fucking dumb, deaf, and blind children of a slave descendant, bro. I didn't know no better, bro. I'm not gonna blame myself for what I didn't know, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mais l'affaire qui est bon avec les femmes du bled, surtout, quand ils sont musulmanes, eux autres, c'est vraiment le mariage religieux qu'ils veulent. Ils veulent se faire une cérémonie religieuse. Puis
T'as pas besoin de ça,
je veux dire,
de trop dépasser, c'est ça que tu voulais dire, en fait.
c'est plus ça. Quand c'est une femme du bled, c'est plus devant Dieu qu'elle veut se le faire. Elle s'en fout de l'État, puis devant des témoins, c'est devant Dieu. Tu sais, je veux dire. Souvent.
Et la dot.
But, ouais, aux parents, il y a une dot. Ben, OK, moving on. OK, fait que t'as appris le Wolof un peu.
A little bit.
Tu connais comme la bouffe et tout.
A little bit. You know?
Yeah.
They
Cheboudienne, Chebouyap.
hey man, African women is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Mais est-ce que tu peux dire c'est la raison que t'as peut-être mis un peu la foi de côté qui a fait en sorte que ça a mis un peu de problème dans ta relation avec elle, ou c'est vraiment genre...
What do you mean?
C'est pendant que t'étais avec elle que...
Que t'as dit, OK, I don't want to be Muslim anymore, ou c'est après?
No. I was Muslim for a long time.
OK.
But I wouldn't say like a Muslim, like I was praying 5 times a day. I just was not eating pork. I was just, you know, I read, you know, I would be a witness to what's written in the Quran. You know what I'm saying? I would study it and...
T'es allé à la Mecque?
Nah. But, you know, I found it interesting, man. But I came to realize, like I said, this is not for us, man.
Mais tu faisais le jeune.
I did that, you know, but now I'm on another level, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you come into the 5% Nation, you got to do a 3-day, basically a 72-hour water fast. You can't eat nothing for 72 days. You just drink water for 72 days, 72 hours, pour yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's next level, man. Because the Ramadan, that's easy, bro. It's like, yo, you just can't eat it when the sun is up.
You can't drink water either. When you're under the sun, the ones that are really in Africa.
That's light though, man, respectfully, man. If you go 3 days, 72 hours straight, no food, bro, just water, now you're going through a real initiation type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's real. That's a cleansing right there. Mind, body, and soul, bro. Word. That should have reset you. You know what I mean? Even if you're dealing with black magic, you're dealing with attacks, witches, and a bunch of black magic shit trying to attack you, fuck with you. Go through that 3-day liquid fast, man. You get all of that shit off of you, bro. Word is bond. Bond is life. You know
what is bond? Ça, c'est un bail. Ça a venu d'eux, parce que tu l'entends dans le rap. Mais ça vient du 5%. My word is my bond. Tu sais, c'est comme, though your word is everything.
Word
ça, c'est un bail 5%. Là, on le dit que, you know, New Yorkers popularized. They just say, my word is bond. You don't know what you're saying, but it comes from somewhere. So it's good that you say that.
Yeah, the degree is actually the 11th degree and the one of 14. You know, we got 120 degrees, right?
So the mathematics. Like, you've had on mathematics.
Yeah, just surface. I'm not going to take that too many. We got 120 degrees. You know how the Masons got 33 degrees?
Okay.
We got 120 degrees. We got to memorize all these questions and answers. The 11th degree in the 1 of 14 is, have you not heard that your word shall be bond regardless to whom or what? And the answer is yes, my word is bond, and bond is life, and I shall give my life before my word shall fail. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's where that comes from. Word is bond.
There's a book? You guys have a book where...
No books. The book of life is inside of here and inside of here. That's the book of life, man.
So how do you learn? Does it going to rallies and stuff that you learn these things?
You could go to rallies, you know what I'm saying? However, you know, you really walk with an educator. You know what I'm saying? I was sparked by my educator, Born King Mathematics Allah from Toronto. You know what I'm saying? And I got the lessons from him. I got the degrees from him. You know what I'm saying? You memorize 1 degree. Well, you know, the process basically is you go through your fast. Once you complete your fast, you get your supreme mathematics. Once you get your supreme mathematics, you get you memorize your supreme alphabet. Once you memorize your supreme alphabet, you get your 1 of 10. That's 10 questions and answers. Once you memorize that, you get your 1 of 14, 14 questions and answers. Once you memorize that, you get your 1 of 40, 40 questions and answers. Then once you memorize that, you get your 1 of 36, which is like basically 36 sentences. Once you memorize that, then you get the actual facts, which is about 13 sentences. Then you get the solar facts, which is 9 sentences. You memorize all that, that's 120 degrees.
Est-ce qu'il y a certaines similarités avec Nation of Islam, tu peux me dire?
So that's what I was going to get into. So the brother who, you know, created this nation, his name is Allah. But when he was a part of the Nation of Islam, his name was Clarence 13X. So he went to the army, you know what I'm saying? And when he came back from the army, his wife was a part of the Nation of Islam. So she said, oh, you should come to the temple, see what it's about. He went to the temple, saw what it was about. However, you know, the Nation of Islam, they believe that, you know, Master Farad, which is the one who revealed these teachings to Elijah Muhammad, they believe that Master Farad is God. But the thing is that when you read these degrees, our first degree is who is the original man? Answer, the original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, and God of the universe. So he's saying to himself, like, wait a minute, I'm the original man. I'm blacker than Master Farad. And he started to draw it up at a deeper understanding that a lot of brothers wasn't understanding. So he decided to take, and also another thing, you know, they was disagreeing with what he was teaching. So he decided to take it to the streets and teach the youth of Harlem.
Yeah, it started in Harlem, yeah.
Right, and that's what sparked this whole culture, because we're not a religion, we're a natural way of life. I mean,
culture, j'aime ça le terme. J'aime ça, man. That's hip-hop right here. Ça, c'est des conversations hip-hop.
Yeah, c'est gros, man. T'es le premier... C'est quoi? À ton affaire, j'ai rencontré... Ah, je pense qu'il était là, je pense.
Harlem of the North?
Harlem of the North. Là, j'ai rencontré des 5%ers, j'ai un panel de Toronto.
Yeah, that's probably who it was. Born King Mathematics. Man.
Ok,
That's
c'est
my-
ça.
Born King, ouais. T'étais
And I was so, like, I was like-
Right. Shout out to Born King Mathematics.
Là, le Rapolitik en moi est sorti, c'est comme si je le posais tellement de questions, puis j'étais comme, je viens de
Born
faire
King,
5%ers à l'émission pour en parler, parce que c'est la première fois que j'en rencontre un for real.
Il connaît bien aussi Yuri, naufrage de...
Yeah. Hit story, man.
Yeah. Maintenant sur Natif TV, Rapolitik Plus.
Tous les univers de rap politique dans un seul format, dans une seule émission.
Nous avons des entrevues avec des acteurs clés de la scène
L'actualité sur notre scène urbaine.
et des clips de notre playlist. Alors, checkez Rapolitik Plus dès aujourd'hui, disponible en exclusivité sur Natif TV.
Et regardez dans la description les chaînes qui sont pour vous et également disponibles sur l'application Natif TV.
Rapolitik Plus.
Tous les univers de rap politique dans un seul format, dans une seule émission. Sur Natif TV.
Straight up! Si vous voulez que votre vidéo passe à la télé, voici votre chance. On a une nouvelle addition dans l'univers Rapolitik qui s'appelle la playlist Rapolitik sur Natif TV. Du lundi au vendredi de 23h à minuit et en rediffusion à 6h du matin. C'est une heure des plus gros clips de la game.
Que vous soyez signé, que vous soyez dépendant, que vous soyez un artiste émergent, vous avez la chance de pouvoir soumettre votre vidéo sur la playlist Rap Politique à notre site web playlist.rapolitique.com
Ou .tv.
et respectez les critères de sélection qui va être indiqué aussi sur le site. Important.
Soumettez votre clip dès aujourd'hui. Okay, so, and how did it come in your life? You said because you were Muslim, then you started fading away from the Islam.
I started reading the Bible for myself, started reading the Quran for myself, and I came to realize I'm a descendant of the 12 tribes of Israel. All people who went through slavery, who's descendants of slavery, is descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. It's in the Bible. All right. So when I went through that, I made my little transition into Rasta. You know what I mean? I had my little Rasta family.
Rastafari.
Yeah.
Ouais, je crois qu'ils se rapprochent au judaïsme, eux autres.
Yeah,
I think.
but that's the thing. You
Comme
see,
les
Judaism,
Juifs, un peu.
you see, I ain't trying to go too deep, but in the 12 tribes of Israel, there's one tribe called Judah. And the Judah is basically the bloodline of King Solomon, King David, Jesus.
Yes.
La lignée royale.
Yeah, that's right. The royal lineage.
Yeah.
So now they had a certain way of life. And those white Jewish people that we love,
Yeah.
That we love.
Yeah, c'est vrai. Okay.
they were escaping persecution at a certain time. So they had to convert to a religion, either Christianity or Muslim. But they said, nah, we ain't rocking with none of them. So they decided to convert to, it's a religion that started to spark from that. And it's called Judaism. But it's really from the line of Judah. So you have people that's actually descendants of Judah. And you have people who adopted that way of life and strive to become religiously from, you know what I'm saying? Judah. But there is a true, real bloodline of Judah, which is where Jesus come from. You know what I'm saying? King David, King Solomon, all them brothers. But they not descendant of that. We descendants of that. I want to make that clear.
Non, mais I know, there's a quote in the Bible.
Rap politique.
Comme ça, ses cheveux sont crépus.
There you go.
I already said it in one of Rapolitik. I don't remember the quote exactly, but there's a quote.
Actual facts.
And you live under the sun, so
Actual facts.
Yeah. This is very interesting. I like this conversation. It's very
Il y avait
interesting.
même un verset, ça dit « Je suis noir, mais je suis belle aussi ».
Oui, un bail comme ça.
Songs of Solomon.
Yeah.
Tu vois, comme bah, yo, monsieur.
Right.
Fait que de là étant, you started reading your Bible and the Quran and
Went into some Rasta shit. So this is how I came into the 5%. Is that I started, dealing with that. Then I came across this book called Black Root Science, a very deep, dope book, you know what I'm saying, Black Root Science. And when I read that, they were bigging up the 5%, and they put them into a perspective that I've never saw before. So I decided to download the 120 degrees off the internet, you know what I'm saying? And I started memorizing the Supreme Mathematics. And, I memorized the Supreme Mathematics. I went out of town to Quebec, you know what I'm saying? I started changing my life around. I went out there to plant trees. You know, I got a job planting trees. You know what I'm
Straight
saying?
up.
Yeah. I went to go do that for a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like to say, il y a un arbre en mon nom qui a été planté aussi il y a quelques années.
Ah ouais?
So, shout out.
Il va exister
That's
pendant
big.
des milliers d'années. C'est bon, ça, j'adore.
That's peace, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. I went to go plant them trees for a year, man. And, you know, that's how I started rocking with Bamboo. You know what I'm saying? Bamboo got me that job.
Bamboo twigs.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Ouais.
you know, I started giving him the Supreme Mathematics.
So, okay, you're the one that taught him that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I taught him that, you know, we came back from that, and no word of a lie, that year, that's, you know, that same, you know, probably a month or two later when we got back, I get an email from Born King Mathematics saying, yo, you still interested in this knowledge itself? I said, yeah, I'm still interested, but where you get my email from, you know? And he broke it down crazy. So back in 2005, there was a 5%er who was writing a book, Core Knowledge Itself, and he was on MySpace. And when I was on MySpace, he said, anybody interested in getting knowledge itself, put your email in the comments. I put my email in the comments. This is 2005.
Crazy.
Years later, which is 2022, you know, Born King got a copy of that book. He saw my email in the back of there. And that's how we hollered at me.
This is insane.
Later, but it's crazy. What's crazy about it is that I just memorized the Supreme Mathematics that year, and I gave it to Bamboo Twigs that year. And he hollered at me that same year. This is 15, 16, 17, 18 years. Because MySpace is 2005.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to holler at me the moment I get, same year I get Supreme Mathematics, you know mathematics never lie. That's another thing we say in our nation. Supreme Mathematics don't never lie, bro. That's the only language in which you cannot lie. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, numbers are numbers. Yeah.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
actual facts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, you know, that's how I became, you know, and then from there I just, you know, took it upon myself to memorize my lessons. And you know, I completed that 120 degrees. So I taught Bamboo Twigs. I'm teaching.
Well, you knew him from.
I knew him from the music from Montreal. I see he did a video in Park X. So I hollered at him. I'm like, "Yo, you from Park X?" And he's like, "Well, I lived out there a couple years."
Okay.
So you know, we started collaborating on tracks and eventually developed a partnership. You know what I mean? But when we went out there, you know, you out there in the woods with a brother, you kind of develop like a bond, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what that was, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's basically it.
Straight up. So you guys started this. You're 5%ers. And so all the women you've been with are black or?
Actual facts.
Yeah, eh?
Actual facts. You know, I might have, you know, smashed a 1-2 white chick here and there.
Here and there.
You know what I'm saying? But very, very limited. Probably I could count them on one hand. But, you know, we love our black women, bro. You know what I'm saying? We love our black women. There's nothing in the universe like a black woman, bro.
I think Roynock said it best. On parle de le cuir noir.
Ouais.
Faut pas tu sais, il faut faire attention. On aime ça, le cuir noir. Un bail comme ça. Mais c'est quand même de mélanger un peu, de se propager à.
Pourquoi tu me regardes quand tu dis ça?
Because I'm seeing if you remember. En tout cas, Roynock a donné un gros talk sur ça. But I hear you. Okay. So, okay.
C'est fou, ça.
Yeah. So you stay with your black woman. Shout out. Straight
Love
up.
my black women, man.
Il y avait... je sais pas si tu avais eu l'opportunité de connaître Nasty quand tu étais au Big Bang.
Yeah, I heard, man.
Yeah, rest in peace, hein?
Yeah.
Ah oui, j'ai vu ça passer vraiment.
Fazzo, mais nous on le connaissait dans le temps de Nasty, dans le Big Bang.
Yeah.
Je pense qu'il y avait eu des problèmes de respiration. En tout cas, avec le temps, je savais qu'il y avait des problèmes de santé. Puis
We're getting old too, eh? We're getting older,
health
guys.
issues, man.
Ouais, parce que des fois, j'étais là, puis on filmait, puis des fois, je voyais qu'il cherchait souvent son air et tout. Puis là, je dis, you good? Yeah. C'est juste comment je suis comme, OK. Mais c'est depuis 2008, 2009 que I knew he had like that kind of problem. Fait que c'est pas nulle part sur Rest in Peace. Mais il est vraiment bon, man, rappeur, là.
I would say so, but I'm gonna share something with y'all why he left, why we exiled him from Big Bang. Because we did a track to give on my Thug Minor Volume 1. This shit pissed me off, G. We did a track to give on Thug Minor Volume 1, which is my project. If it would have been his project, I wouldn't be that mad, bro. But It was on my project. And I told him, we did a few tracks together, man. But on this track, I forget the name of the track, but on this track, he dropped this verse. I was like, damn, that shit crazy. Yeah, salute. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We dropped the track. It's released. It's everywhere. And then Tommy Knott called me into his office one day, man. He's like, yo, man, watch this video. You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching the video. And it's a track, you know what I'm saying, with a bunch of rappers from the States on it. I'm watching the video, and then all of a sudden, Sean P come on the track. Sean Price.
Yeah, Helter Skelter.
And he's busting the verse that sound mad familiar. It's the same verse Nasty put on my shit.
Impossible.
He bit that verse and
The whole verse, word for word, God.
Impossible.
I'm like, nah, son, yo, order this, yo, tell this brother to come to the studio, man. He never showed up. He never showed up. So, you know, from there it was like, can't rock with that brother no more. Eventually he changed his name, Fat Zoe, and I was that, man. We just stopped rocking with him.
straight up.
Impossible.
Toi, tu connaissais pas cette histoire-là?
Non, je savais pas, non.
We knew it was something. We were waiting for you to say it, so you came out. But I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it was
Why
that.
would he do that? Because he's nice.
That's crazy.
He's nice on the mic. Why
Pourquoi
would
tu
you do
veux
that?
faire ça?
Yeah.
Comme ça, c'est des bails de secondaire. J'ai fait du plagiat en secondaire, en train d'écrire à des femmes,
Yeah,
un
I'm
verse
saying.
de D'Angelo. Tu comprends ce que je veux dire?
saying.
Ça, je pense qu'on l'a tout fait. Bye.
Oui.
Like high school shit. But comme un full-fledged rap
Bah,
with a
non,
beat.
actually,
comme
j'avais
un
entendu
song.
j'avais entendu une rumeur par rapport à
That's
ça.
crazy.
Là, vu c'est quoi qu'il a dit pour se défendre?
He never came. Il n'est jamais venu au studio pour même se...
Parce que j'avais entendu quelque chose, une rumeur qu'il y avait.
C'est Sean Price qui la bête, lui.
Non, moi j'avais juste entendu qu'il y avait
Imagine.
qu'il avait volé quelqu'un qui avait volé un verse.
Yeah,
C'est
he
juste
took the whole verse word for word. I'm like, wow.
Non,
Fuck
c'est
me up.
lui qui a volé le verse à Sean Price.
Right.
Non, c'est pas Sean Price qui a
Nah,
volé le
come
verse
on,
ici.
man.
Moi, j'ai Sean Price.
Yo, mais ils ont pris le OPP de nous.
I mean,
But that's crazy though. That yeah, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know
I
that.
just want to make knowledge born. I want to, you know, because it's a lot of, you know, in the story of hip hop in Montreal, it's a lot of confusion sometimes, a lot of fallacies. But you know, I want to make sure that I tell the truth. You know, I'm not really trying to shit on nobody. You know, I ain't got no ill will towards anybody. I ain't got no hard feelings towards nobody. I love everybody. Word is bond about his life. However, the truth must be told, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna represent it from my perspective, like we was talking about before. You know what I mean?
Mais t'étais censé. Moi, j'avais book toi et Bamboo Twigs en passant.
Yeah.
On va le dire. Mais là, c'est quoi qui est arrivé? Et si tu veux en parler, t'es obligé d'en parler. Mais j'avais book les deux.
I'm gonna just say that, you know, presently at the moment, we're not seeing eye to eye due to the fact that, and I love my brother. It's my little brother right there. However, see, this nation, this culture, it's not something to play with, man. It's not something that you just, I'm gonna memorize these lines like a parrot and just, I'm the God. No, sir. This is something you gotta really understand first and foremost. You gotta understand it. And once you understand it, you gotta be able to live it out. You gotta live this shit. It's a culture. And when you wanna front and act like you living it out, but you starting to expose yourself because you can't front a way of life, I'm gonna call you out on it, especially if you're my brother, because we supposed to hold each other accountable. And if you wanna be in your feelings based on that, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I understand my little brother in his feelings right now, but that's still my brother. You know what I mean? We're going to keep it moving. We got Theo. I'm teaching Theo Abelard, the greatest piano player.
Yeah, he was
from
supposed to come
Park X.
too.
He was supposed to come through
Yeah.
too. However, he's dealing with they trying to Kanye him. I'm not really trying to put his business out there, but they really trying to Kanye him right now. You know what I'm saying? Trying to feed him these medications and things of that nature. And, you know, they really trying to, you know, fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So, so he's battling that. You know what I mean? And, yeah, man.
You're more of a natural healing. Like if you're sick, you're not going to go to the doctor. You're going to go...
I don't even remember the last time I was at the hospital, bro. You know what I mean?
You go to the naturopath, le naturalist.
I take care of myself. You know, when I was a young boy, this is what I don't understand, bro. When I was a young boy, This is word is about his life, man. When I was a young boy, a child, I used to think to myself, damn, I wish it was a machine that I could just ask any question and it would answer me.
Puis là, il y a Google.
You got ChatGPT these days, man.
Mais t'es un CMOS guy, avoue.
I fucked with CMOS heavy in my life.
Je le vois. Ouais, toi, t'es un CMOS guy. Comme, you drink tea?
Every morning. I'm going to tell y'all what, man. If y'all do this shit, this is for everybody out there.
Yeah.
If y'all do this shit every day, it don't cost much, man. Do this shit every day. You'll never be sick, catch a cold, fever, nothing. You'll
Straight
never,
up.
Yo, listen, man. And this is my mama taught me this shit, man. Because we from Africa.
Straight up.
We didn't do no medicine. My mama would just boil some tea. She'd boil some water and put lemon skin inside the water.
Yeah.
I drink that tea every day, bro. I don't
Just
remember.
the skin? Not the lemon itself, just the skin?
Just the skin. Boil just the skin in the water. Drink that tea every day. I don't remember the last time I was sick, bro. I drink that shit every day, bro.
T'as pas eu la COVID?
No COVID, no nothing. I didn't take no vaccine.
You didn't take the vaccine, c'est ça que j'allais dire.
No, sir. No, sir.
C'est sûr, il n'y a pas pris de
Crazy dude,
vaccine.
man.
And you don't have a family doctor, is what you're saying, no? You don't.
I don't trust him. You know, they say that. They say that what they said. I read a meme the other day. It said, doctors and nurses are to black women what police is to black men.
Cat. There's a lot of black nurses, though.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yep, that's true.
Fait que c'est deep quand même. Mais, yeah, there's a lot of black nurses. But, OK. Mais it's interesting what you're saying. Là, je connais pas ton statut, si t'es célibataire ou pas, mais you're raw dogging.
Says who?
I don't know. C'est pour ça que je dis, comme, si tu raw dog, à un moment donné, tu vois, you know, sometimes you need to go check to see. Non? Il y a des raisons pour aller checker.
Checker quoi?
Nah.
C'est juste se checker.
Ah,
Se faire checker. Blood test, urine test. Like, me, I go for a blood test every year. Genre. It's just at the age we're at. On est vieux, là. On commence à, we drink, I still smoke. Like, I think it's important.
Yeah, I could see why. You could see it's important. However, for myself, I think it's more important to take care of yourself so that you don't have to really do those things.
Well, there's that too. C'est sûr que, écoute, moi, j'ai déjà pris le 6 months. I had COVID. I almost died from this shit because I didn't want to go see the doctor.
Damn.
But people gave me, and I had CMOS, you know, zinc. There's vitamins you could take, like natural vitamins, you know, that helps. It's true. You take vitamins? It's just natural, like what? Just CMOS? What do you?
I take care of myself where it's like, yo, man, I don't even eat meat no more as much.
Okay, you're vegetarian.
Yeah.
Fish?
No, like rarely I might eat some meat, you know what I'm saying? Rarely I might fuck with, you know, I might have me some beef, you know what I'm saying? I strive to eat halal strictly. I don't eat chicken no more. I don't eat meat no more.
Straight up.
I eat, you know, vegetables and fruits.
What did you have for breakfast? What's your breakfast like?
Yo, let me tell you something. I fast a lot, bro. Like, I eat 1 meal a day, so I don't really eat breakfast.
Straight up.
If I eat breakfast, I'm gonna have some fruit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I eat 1 meal a day at night. You know what I'm saying? Like in the evening, I might have a meal. You know what I'm saying? And I just keep it light, bro, because we getting old, like you said, bro. Like, you know, like when I was 35, 30, in my 30s, I felt older than I do now, God. Like I felt my joints, my knees, like, shit. But now I feel great, God. I feel like, you know, I feel great. I mean, so.
You don't drink alcohol at all?
I don't drink alcohol. You know what I mean? I put the weed down. You know, I'm just striving to live as healthy as possible. You know what I mean?
Straight up. You go to the gym or?
I used to, but right now, you know, right now I'm not really doing it. However, sooner than later I'm gonna be back. You know what I mean? Yup.
That's pretty good, bro. 1 meal a day, eh? So what's your favorite restaurant like?
Ooh, right now, the first thing come to my mind is Melly Mello, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's not halal, so I can't really say that.
You know, they have Haitian Muslims, though. Imagine a Haitian Muslim restaurant.
That'd be
À
fine.
Montréal, ça serait possible pour de vrai.
Il serait riche demain.
I always say that.
Donc, tout le monde aime le petit restaurant H.
Ouais.
C'est une communauté de plus.
Un restaurant haïtien halal.
I think it is. I think it is
fou
one.
quand même.
I think it's one.
Because yo, I'm not gonna lie. The first time I met a Haitian Muslim, like it was a woman, she was veiled. Like I questioned her like 100 questions.
Tu me laisses aller là, Cyrano, tu m'as
Yeah. And this is before Rapolitik. This is where it was always in me. C'est naturel. Je suis juste comme ça. Je te jure, je l'ai posé comme 1000 questions là. Elle était voilée toute bas, elle est vraie haïtienne là. Je comprenais pas là dans ma tête. Je suis comme yo, t'as grandi comme moi là, des haïtiennes. Tu sais, c'était comme. Mais il commence à en avoir. À Amabé, il y en a eu. Justement, à Amabé, il y a eu des Haïtiens musulmans que j'ai connus. Straight up. So, ça se propage quand même, cette religion-là.
Actual facts.
Facts. Ouais, anyways.
Mais ça va être quoi ton rebranding avec la musique, avec ton nouveau nom?
Yeah, Black Messiah, you know, it's like, yo, man, as Akshun Man, I was dumb, deaf, and blind, bro. Wow. I didn't realize the ignorance I was perpetuating.
Because we're all gods, is that? We're all gods.
We all gods, it's just we don't know it. So if you don't know it, you start acting other than God. You start acting like a devil, bro.
So we have the power of healing, turning water into wine. Do we have that power?
Actual facts.
J'aime bien comment il y a c'est sans face comme il a dit. Actual facts.
Well, we know how to make alcohol. But turn water into wine, I guess that's what.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the power of the mind is it.
Les fruits, puis
faut arriver plus haut, bro. Faut arriver plus haut pour.
I guess that's what he's saying.
Power of the mind is unlimited, man. So if you could just tap into that, there's no limit to what you can't do.
Straight up. Do you believe in Jesus?
I don't believe in nothing. I know Jesus was a man that walked the earth.
Il a ressuscité?
I like to bear witness to that. I would, you know, I'm not sure if that's the case. However, in the Quran, they say that they didn't really crucify him.
No.
It was somebody else.
C'est ça.
Ils croient en Jésus, mais c'est pas le même. C'est pas le Fils de Dieu.
Il n'a pas ressuscité, c'est pas de crucifié.
You know, in our lessons, there's a lesson that speaks on Jesus was our righteous brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, he was a descendant of the tribe of Judah. We all descendants of the tribes of Israel. And that's our righteous brother, whether we know it or not, you know.
It's the first monotheist religion, is Judaism. Mais toi, t'es pas monothéiste.
Yeah, there's only one God.
Okay. But we're all gods, but
so I'm
all one?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know,
les fils de Dieu, on est des dieux.
That's right. You know, in the Bible, they speak on Elohim and they speak on El.
Yes.
Elohim is the plural version. El is the singular version. So, you know, together, if we all unite under the truth, we form like Voltron and we happen to just form Allah. You know what I'm saying? We form Elohim. We form the one and only true and living Most High God.
Quand on s'unit,
on devient Dieu.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. Il faut plus d'unité.
But we got to unite under truth.
Yeah.
Because now we living like our slave masters. Ils nous ont accoutumés ou conditionnés à vivre comme eux. Tu comprends? On vit comme eux. On a appris leur mode de vie, bro. So, si on est capable de revenir à notre mode de vie original, you know what I'm saying, which is peace, which is Islam, which is supreme mathematics, which is freedom. And if we all do that and unite under that, you're gonna see God on earth. You're gonna see heaven on earth.
C'est pas juste au masculin, comme les femmes aussi sont God.
No, we see them as the earth.
Oh, okay. There's the gods in the earth. Peace to the gods in the earth.
That's right.
Fait que les femmes, c'est plus le earth.
That's right. She's a reflection of God, you know. Sun is symbolic to the man. The earth is symbolic to the woman. She receives our light. She absorbs our light. And she gives birth.
C'est ça.
She gives life.
Ouais.
C'est vraiment ça.
C'est intéressant, man. C'est intéressant.
Definitely welcome all my brothers. Come do the knowledge.
Man, j'aime ça.
To the 5% nation of supreme
Ça, c'est le
mathematics.
premier. Puis this is hip-hop, guys.
Ça,
que vous l'aimez ou pas, ça, c'est hip-hop. Parce qu'ils ont toujours été dans le hip-hop, les 5%ers.
Oui.
Man, listen, man, this is the foundation of hip-hop. Hip-hop was created from the babies of those 5%ers, man.
Je sais pas pour ça, parce que c'était des Jamaïcains. Je pense qu'ils ont créé les Africa Bambaataa, puis eux autres.
Kool Herc was Jamaican, right?
Oui.
Okay, well, Kool Herc was amongst the 5%ers,
Okay,
bro.
mais à New York, c'est plus tard. Fait que la racine est jamaïcaine, ils ont déménagé à New York, et puis là, ils ont appris du gars, tu parlais?
Kool Herc.
Non.
Allah.
Allah qui s'appelait avant de l'armée et tout. Oui, c'est ça. Fait qu'ils ont appris de lui. Puis de là étant, ça s'est propagé. Mais c'est quand même une petite communauté. C'est vraiment New York, là, Toronto, Montréal, il y en a, ou d'autres.
We worldwide, bro.
Philadelphie.
Maintenant, c'est worldwide.
Worldwide. God is seen and heard everywhere. And I just want to say this too. Why it was so easy for me to make my transition from Rasta to 5%, because if you know Bob Marley's music, it's a line where he says, Almighty God is a living man. You can fool some people sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So now you see the light. Stand up for your right. Huh? That line is in that song.
Okay.
He says, Almighty God is a living man. So the true Rastas know this shit. It's in the Bible. Jesus said it. Jesus said, yo, is it not written in your laws that ye are gods?
Moi, je vais le dire, vu qu'il parle de Bob Marley, my favorite Bob Marley song, it's not a popular one, King Key Reggae, que là, il parle vraiment, il taillait plein de femmes. Tu sais qu'il y avait plein de femmes. Keep it real, Bob.
Actual facts.
You know what I'm talking about? That King Key Reggae song, I love that song.
Ça, c'est Salomon, lui.
C'est ça, il parlait des femmes qu'il y avait.
Le King
Ça,
Solomon,
je suis down avec ce track-là. But, okay.
King Solomon had like, what, 5,000 wives?
Yeah.
500 concubines.
Solomon had many wives, I see many thighs, stab meat like knives. Ça, c'est Ghostface. Okay. Mais ouais, je te feel. And that's why it's good for rappers also to spread that knowledge.
Il faut.
Peu importe, spread du knowledge aussi. Not just talk about gangster shit. Spread some knowledge, you know?
Mais tu vas pas cracher sur tout ton legacy en tant qu'action. Dans ça, c'est une partie de toi. Ça fait partie de ton legacy quand même.
Actual facts.
T'aurais pas pu être qui tu es aujourd'hui sans le action aussi. T'sais.
Exactly, bro.
Mais c'est vrai que les 5%ers, ils ont toujours un God dans leur nom. Allah, the Messiah. Il y a toujours un bail de Dieu.
Yeah, my name, my righteous name in the nation is actually Respect Almighty Allah. That's my name. However, for the music shit, I chose to resurrect myself because Akshun Man was dumb, deaf, and blind. He was mentally dead. But now it's like I'm not going to be rapping about the same shit I was rapping about 20 years ago as Akshun Man. You know what I mean? Can't do that, bro.
Mais là, you matured. Il a mûri sous les yeux. Vraiment, là, ça fait longtemps qu'on l'avait pas vu.
Yeah.
Là, je vois, en te parlant, je vois vraiment. Puis je pense que je t'avais vu justement au Harlem of the North aussi. Puis j'ai vu que t'avais changé vraiment. Comme. Mais si on a tous vieilli, bro. On n'est plus qui qu'on était. Si on est toujours pareil il y a 20 ans, c'est que il y a un problème. On n'a pas appris quelque chose. On n'a pas appris les leçons de la vie.
Il y a des personnes ce sont des grands garçons, dans le sens que t'es comme... Tu sais, de money, il faut que tu grandisses. Ils n'acceptent pas de grandir.
Il y a des gens, tu peux les voir, ils ont 50 ans, but they're still like 20, like you're still like immature, still
ils
like
jouent aux jeux vidéo
shit.
toute la journée, ils ont des dumb conversations, tu sais, c'est comme...
But à un moment donné, you gotta mature, you gotta grow up, so...
That's what it's about, bro.
So I appreciate that, bro. Like, spreading the knowledge. Thanks for coming through and spreading some knowledge here.
Thanks for having me, man, and you know, I appreciate everything, man. I appreciate y'all, you know?
Avant qu'on aille sur Patreon, sûr, j'ai des questions par rapport, mais... Are we meant to be with one woman for a whole life?
Well, you know, I like to look at my ancestors and see what they did. King Solomon had, I just say, you know.
And
how far back in the lineage are we going to, you know? Like,
but the problem is now is that, you know, women, I don't want to say women, but I want to say that females, like I said, you know, we're not living our true culture. So, you know, they adopted that weird culture, that pop culture. So now they're not even acting like they're supposed to be acting. So if you could find one that's good, bro, hey, man, wife that. You know what I'm saying? However, they not around, man. They not around. They're not in North America anyway.
En tout cas, une bonne Sénégalaise va comprendre qu'est-ce que tu dis. Tu sais, il y a des certaines nationalités que, quand je suis au Sénégal, c'est polygame, like, c'est normal.
Actual facts.
Yeah, comme... Si t'es musulman, c'est sûr, si t'es chrétien, là, ils peuvent... Parce que c'est une loi, fait que si tu dis pas... Quand tu te maries, tu dois dire polygame. Sinon, si tu le dis pas, tu peux aller en prison pour être polygame.
Ah ouais?
L'annoncer.
Faut que tu déclares.
Tu dois déclarer polygame. C'est une loi, c'est légal. Fait que tu dois le déclarer. Fait que si tu le déclares pas, puis que c'est une loi, tu peux aller en prison
mais
si tu l'as pas déclaré.
Fait que c'était mieux de juste le dire, puis si tu veux être monogame...
C'est ça.
Along the way, tu sais,
non, c'est ça. C'est real, là. C'est real. Mais tu sais, il n'y a pas, tu sais, comme les femmes sont plus cold aussi, parce que là, elles savent que toi, t'as d'autres femmes comme, it's different, it's not the same.
That's what I'm saying. They adopted that pop culture where it's like, you know, belong to me.
Yeah.
You my possession. Yo, what about the babies, man? You know what I'm saying? We really got to think about the babies, man. The babies is what really counts, you know what I mean? And listen, man, this is what nation building is all about. Polygamy is really about nation building. You know what I mean? If you have one man with multiple women, that's a lot more minds, intelligence, energy going into developing that family and that nation, man. You know how they say one child is raised by a village?
Yeah.
So that's what that's about. Like, I mean, if you have multiple women, one's doing this, the other one's doing that, the man's taking care of this, everybody's playing their position, man. Yo, man, how rich is that child gonna be, man? Not just mentally, but also, you know, in every sense of the word, man. You know what I mean? But it's a collaboration, man, to make this thing work together, man. You know, 5 fingers, you know, if you take 1 finger, yeah, that's weak. 2 fingers is weak. But if you put 5 fingers together, that's a fist, boy. That's powerful, man. You take 1 strand of hair, 2 strands of hair. But yo, if you take a whole bunch of hairs, you make a lock out of that. It's not as weak anymore, man. But that's how they want to divide the family, man. That's how you divide and conquer, man. You divide the man from the woman, you know what I'm saying? And we already know Willie Lynch, you know what I'm saying? We know all that shit already. So now it's time for, you know, people to really wake up and start coming into their true original self. You know what I mean?
Straight up. You know how to skate?
Nah.
T'as déjà fait du ski?
Yeah. Yep. Cross country.
Ok, ouais, ski alpin.
Not no down
ski de fond.
Yeah.
Est-ce que tu manges la poutine?
Once in a while. You know, I don't really fuck with dairy products, but every once in a blue moon, yeah.
Du lait d'amande, ça tu vas boire?
I drink oat milk.
Ok.
Avoine.
Avoine, ouais. Ok. Moi, j'aime le lait d'amande.
Yeah, I used to fuck with that too.
Ok. Tu manges des céréales?
Not as much as I used to, man.
Les œufs?
Yeah, I fuck with eggs sometimes.
Ok, tu manges des œufs,
Sometimes,
ok.
yep.
Ton pain, il est brun, genre, ou tu vas manger du pain blanc?
I try not to eat bread, but, you know, if I'm going to eat bread, I'd rather eat the gluten-free joint.
Ok, you're one of those. Okay.
Yeah. I want to be as healthy as possible, man.
Straight up.
Word.
Fait que tu bois du jus, ou des sodas? Ou?
I make my own juice, God.
Avec des vrais fruits, là?
Hell yeah, organic. Fire juice.
Okay,
Fire juice.
okay.
Hell yeah. You make your own, you make whatever you want to make. It's fire.
Là, t'es un gars qui, l'été, comme tu fais pousser tes légumes.
I would love to do that, you know what I'm saying? I would love to do that, you know, but for now, I just go to the grocery store, get some organic fruit and just juice that or blend that.
Est-ce que les animaux ont un âme?
Wow, the fuck? I'm going to say like this, from my perspective, man. They do. However, it's part of a collective of the species.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's not like me and you.
Mm-hmm.
We got like real souls. It's complete.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you could dream. You could make. You got free will. They ain't got no free will. A real soul is supposed to have free will. La volonté, you know?
Fait que l'énergie en nous, ça meurt jamais, même quand nous, on reste toujours, l'énergie en nous, ça reste toujours vivant. Notre âme.
Actual facts.
C'est éternel.
C'est éternel.
And I was just building with the young gods on this shit, man. Romans 8, if ever y'all want to go read Romans 8 in the Bible, Romans 8, it deals with eternal life. The shit that Jesus was talking about, eternal life, is that basically they saying if you live according to the mind never dies, bro. If you live according to the mind, the body has to follow.
Il n'y a donc maintenant aucune condamnation pour ceux qui sont en Jésus-Christ. En effet, la loi de l'Esprit vient en Jésus-Christ, mais affranchit de la loi du péché et de la mort.
Yeah, you went towards the end,
Ça,
but in the beginning, they talk about how, yo, if you live according to the mind, you ain't never going to die because wherever the mind goes, the body follows. But if you live according to the flesh, if you live according to the body must die because the body is born and the body will die.
Si en effet qui vivent selon la chair s'affectionnent aux choses de la chair, ceux qui vivent selon l'esprit s'affectionnent aux choses de l'esprit. Et l'affection de la chair, c'est la mort, tandis que l'affection de l'esprit, c'est la vie et la paix.
Wait. Some fire right there. A lot of people don't know about Romans 8.
C'est pour ça, comme jerking off is a sin. You're not supposed to do shit like that.
I don't know if it's a sin. All I know is
Le
that
plaisir de la chair. So or is it okay to have sex just to have sex, or you need to have sex just to procreate?
that falls into fornication. But if you married, that's lawful.
So you guys, yeah, exactly. So you believe in that? You believe in marriage?
I don't believe in that. I just follow. I don't believe in nothing. I just know what's what. I know the laws. I know the universal laws. I got my brothers on their phones doing their research.
Yeah. Parce que c'est no, this is a big. What you're saying, Romans 8 is a big verse, bro. It's true.
Big chapter.
Pour vous, vous ne vivez pas selon la chair, mais selon l'esprit, si du moins l'esprit de Dieu habite en vous. Si quelqu'un n'a pas l'esprit de Christ, il ne lui appartient pas. Faut faire attention au plaisir de la chair, I get it. You know, c'est vrai qu'on est des hommes, on aime les plaisirs de la chair. Fait qu'il faut faire attention à ça. Mais si t'es marié, it's lawful.
It's lawful.
Mais, but you know it, but you don't believe in it, is what you don't believe in marriage. You don't plan on getting married. It's not something.
I would definitely. I see, because we don't deal with beliefs, but this is what I would love to. I would love to have that. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have that, and eventually, yes. However, you know, yeah, it's something you really gotta, you know, draw up for yourself, man.
Straight up, man. Yeah, I'm really happy you came through, man. I knew we were gonna have some deep talks. I was ready for it. I wanted this. I wanted you to share, especially about the 5%er. You know, we'll probably have some more 5%ers with time, because I see it's expanding in Montreal. I see there's a little movement. It's starting.
Shout out to my students, man. It's like we the ones that's really doing it right now. Bamboo Twigs, we got but he gotta get right, man. Get right, my brother. We got Theo Abelard. His righteous name is a Master Magnetic. You know what I'm saying? And we got another student whose name is King C Justice. You know what I'm saying? Who's under my teachings as well.
And this is outside, like you guys just do rallies.
We do rallies every month. You know, we didn't have one last month because we lost the spot that we had. But next month we definitely gonna have one. You know,
outside.
What I mean? Well, no, we in a space.
Okay,
you know
okay.
In a space. We you know what I'm saying? And
how long does it last?
More time it lasts all day, man. We just build, man. And you know, you want to come, you could leave when you want to leave, but we building all day, man. We usually start like around 4 and we just go all night, you know what I mean? Like all day, man. And
is there food there?
Yeah, we bring food. Yup, we definitely bring food. You know this food.
You know me.
Oh, yeah. Piece of the gods, okay.
Nah, this definitely food.
Gee, man.
Definitely food, man.
Yeah, c'est all day. C'est real. Mais c'est intéressant, for real.
Yeah.
Let me just shout out. On va shout out les ministres. Vous savez comment on fait à la fin de chaque émission. On va shout out les ministres. Yo, le Patreon va être lit, vous voyez déjà. Il va y avoir des gros talks qui vont se donner sur Patreon. On a gardé quand même un peu de retenue pour YouTube. So shout out StephMaster, sansfocusfitness.com, entraînement physique en ligne, bar Lexus, Fun RH, location de jeux gonflables, le 4 photos, julioBonilla.ca, James Louise. Ça, c'est un nouveau, ça. James Louise, shout out. Je l'ai jamais vu celui-là. Shout out à James Louise. New Ministre Alert, James Louise, gros shout out. Toujours like Akshun, the artist formerly known as Akshun. The Black Messiah.
That's right.
Maintenant, on va quand même mettre Action pour le thumbnail.
For sure.
Mais là, je pense que la dernière fois que vous allez voir en tant qu'Action, ça risque de Black Messiah. Peut-être que je vais mettre une parenthèse Action pour que les gens, mais dès qu'on voit sa face, on sait que on sait t'es qui là. Fait que Black Messiah, bro. So what's the final words before we go on Patreon and
you know, just you know, Thug Minded Entertainment, you know what I mean? Go follow that and yeah, just you know, I would just want to encourage the people to really it's time, man. It's time for people to get right, get back to their true original identity, original nature, original mind. And you know, whoever want to learn more about the 5%, don't hesitate to holler at me. Thug Minded on IG. You know what I'm saying? And come get this knowledge yourself. Come get the supreme mathematics, and come into your true godhood. You know what I mean? Straight up and
peace
down.
to the gods,
peace to the gods and the earths. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my brothers worldwide, my whole universal family worldwide. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all like I love myself. You already know, man.
Shout out to the low life movement. I know that we have some 5%ers, a lot of 5%ers.
Yeah, peace to the low lives. Indeed. Yep.
Straight up.
Comment tu fais ça, low life, c'est ça?
So, Rapolitik, we out like that!
Peace.